Wednesday.
And welcome in. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour. I am one half of your host and virtual bartender, Mr. Nick Teodoro. Joining me, as always, my tag team partner in life, my wife, Miss Nicole. Nicole, what do you have?
Oh, you know me. Some Tito's, some orange, some cranberry juice. Mr. Nick, tell the people what you're drinking and our three things for the show.
I'm drinking my Stag's Leap, right? The Artemis. Yeah, fancy. It's a very fancy day, Nikki. It's New Year's Eve. Well, I brought Lisa, I brought Joho, and I brought Steven. We are counting down 2025, the last hours, recapping this year in wrestling and making some wishes for 2026. This is the Nick Club Wrestling Happy.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
Gasoline and groceries, the list goes on and on. This 9 to 5 ain't working. Why the hell do I work so hard? I can't worry about my problems. I can't take them when I'm gone. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tell him bring another round when he's ready more. 2 stepping on the table, she don't need a dance floor. Oh my. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Daniels got a history. There's a party downtown near Fifth Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
And welcome back in, everybody. Happy New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's Eve. Nikki.
Happy New Year's Eve to you, baby.
So we opened, again, with a little surprise guests. The Firefly Funhouse has come to life. First up, a proper entrance for her and all her believers.
Believers.
Lisa.
You made me a believer.
Welcome. What is it? Let's welcome her in. Lisa.
What up, thanks?
Are you excited, Lisa?
I am so excited.
Lisa, we need to know what you're drinking.
Water.
Now we can properly serve. And she's still drinking.
All right.
What
We
up?
still love
We still love it. Yeah, even though it's New Year's Eve. Unbelievable.
I'll just pretend it's vodka. It's fine.
Hey, YGK.
you. Hello.
Welcome in, yeah. Welcome in, new friend. Happy New Year's Eve. We count down our reflections. But, Nikki, it's not just one. Sitting next to her, she brought her husband.
Oh, hey, there's me.
Hit your heart.
Well, let's always scared today.
Oh, Joe. Big screen. On the big screen. We have it playing in the background on the big screen here, and Joho looks fantastic.
Well, it's dancing.
I mean, obviously.
Joho, what are you drinking?
And it's Joho's.
Wine.
What kind?
Cabernet.
Cabernet. Well
I
done.
already finished my beer for 2025, so I got to move over to something classy as we move into 2026.
Fair enough.
Classy bunch here.
Sophisticated.
Yeah, very, very classy bunch. But we're not done. We got one more, Nikki. Lisa. Joho.
Man, he appears. I believe.
big screen. Steven!
All the Stevenettes out there.
What are you drinking? What are you thinking? Your big screen now.
I am drinking an Aperol Spritz. Tasty and refreshing.
Again, the classiest bunch around.
The classiest. All right, Nikki. Now that we got everybody here,
I know, I love it. I love this so much.
I know our 2025 reflections.
I know, it's been I know, we always say it's been a week. It's been a year.
It's been a hell of a year.
It's been a weird one.
That's for sure. So
It's been a weird one. Let's talk about it.
let's talk about it, gang. So we started the year. We'll start with pay-per-views. Generally, we're going to go by. I've got down some moments. We'll peek in and out. If anyone wants to say anything particular that they reminded of that month, let me know. And we'll go from there. But we started the year with, obviously, Royal Rumble, which generally was January, February.
I have a contention with it that it was technically February 1st and it should be in January, but it's fine.
So we do have the two winners of the Royal Rumble, Jey Uso and Charlotte Flair. I'll go to Nikki first and then the gallery. The regulars. Any thoughts? Royal Rumble, first month and change of the year.
I'm pretty sure we didn't pick Jay.
No. No.
I don't remember.
I don't think any of us picked Jay.
I don't think we picked him, but I think we kind of knew.
I don't know. I feel like I picked Guter. But no, was he champ by that point? I don't remember. But again, Jay, I don't think was on our bingo cards. And I know I was not happy when Charlotte won because again, Charlotte didn't need it. Did not need it, and we'll get to Mania when we get to Mania. But that was a terrible match between Charlotte and Tiffy. But again, I will give it that it was actually a surprise because again, we didn't call it. And again, the past 2 years it was Cody, and we all knew it was going to be Cody. So I will give it that it was a surprise. I'll give them that.
But
It was something different. But again, I think we all kind of called it because we all kind of knew that they were going to start handing it off to Jay because that's when he was starting to get big. The yeets and everything, so.
Yeah, but a lot of us thought that it was going to be Bray, it was going to be Cena, but there was no one else. Who's the first?
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was Lena, him, and Paul? Logan Paul?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, no, he was definitely in the
And I was getting really nervous because I'm like, God damn it, if they give it to Logan Paul, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yeah.
And then Anthony Joshua knocked out Jake Paul, which is highlight of 2025.
I loved all the beams of his face just getting hit.
But this was definitely like I think surprise, like kind of like he earned it moment, right? Like for him this year, it's just like, all right, he paid his dues. We're gonna probably eventually put the belt on him, which we'll talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But did he earn it? Because if you watch Unreal, in that writer's room, they're going, we'll give it to him, but we're not sure he's quite ready. So we're going to see how he handles it. And then he didn't handle it the right way. And he wasn't ready for it because he wasn't ready on the mic. Then he lost it pretty quickly, if I remember correctly. Within, 2 or 3 months? Tops? So was that the right call by the brass? I don't think so. Was he the hottest wrestler at the moment? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And you should give it to the hottest, brand at the moment. But in the long term, that probably wasn't the right call.
In their philosophy of we want to create a moment rather than a story, Jay had the hot hand. They wanted to create the moment, and that's what they got. And then after he just kind of flopped, right back.
Right, but their whole thing is long-term storytelling, and Jay couldn't.
Not anymore.
Yeah, so that fell real quick. Face plant.
Yeah. So, and then on the other end, we got Charlotte winning, which led towards, which we will talk about, the WrestleMania moments. But
I'll work out for.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that. That's in our WrestleMania-ish portion of this. So Elimination Chamber, Jade Cargill's return.
I think, looking back, I think Elimination Chamber was probably WWE's best pay-per-view. I think both chamber matches for the men's and women's was phenomenal. And the women started off at obviously such a hot pace because, Jade Return came in, you think, because that was a whole rumor that it was Liv and Raquel, and the Judgment Day girls took her out. And then she came in and just destroyed Naomi. And then Bianca's screaming and crying from her cell, or pod, or whatever the fuck they call it. And it was just like an incredible way to start. And, we see where Jade went as the year progressed, but like this was so crazy hot, and then how it spun.
Her arc has been pretty strong. She had a pretty damn good year. She could be considered for some of our awards later.
Jade Cargill?
If you look at some of the moments, she's been a world champion. She did have a world champion.
Can you say that again exactly like that?
Consider. I'm not saying she is considered.
No, Nikki's reaction.
Like Jade Cargill?
You guys and use it.
Yeah. There's the next drop. That whole thing fell off so quick. But from a storytelling standpoint, from an emotional standpoint, Bianca played that so well.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Well done, Bianca, on that one.
Yeah, and where's she now?
Well,
She broke her hand.
I don't know, but she's just never been
She hasn't been back since Mania.
down
I think
to the of 2025. Bianca, probably.
Is she off getting a bionic hand? I mean, that's an awful long. I don't know how bad the injury was, but that's an awful long time for a broken finger.
She's in return with the Luke Skywalker.
so who's her father?
Oh, Jesus. Montavious, or what's his name? Montez Ford?
that's her husband.
That's her daddy.
Oh, okay. We're going that way.
This is Joe with the joke. Nice.
Jackson's making an appearance.
Come on, baby. Good boy. My God. Really?
You said daddy. I'm a little late.
Are you comfortable? I hope so, because I'm not moving.
I hope you're lying there as comfortable as you can be.
I thought that was the most effective Jade had looked all year.
Yeah.
And she hadn't looked. She still looked really green to me going into her injury, and then she came back, and I'm like, I want to see more of that. And now it seems like they're just spinning wheels until Bianca comes back, because they gave her the belt, but they don't really have a storyline for her. I mean, kind of something with Chelsea.
There's no one for her to feud with on SmackDown. And that's why she's feuding with Chelsea, who's you're supposed to be your mid card champion. Like, you have your two champions feuding because there's no other females for them to.
Which bugs the hell out of me, because if you WWE creative and you can't think outside the box, and I use WWE creative in quotation marks, but I digress.
I mean, if you don't have an opponent for her, don't give her the belt.
I don't know why she has to go in the first place.
So why'd you give it to Roman?
Who held it
It could
over
just
a
be,
year.
Did he say the quiet part out loud?
well, it could just be, you know what it is.
From the bottom of my heart, man to man, fuck your story.
See, it's different when there's a delay on the screen and we have to try and figure it out with the sound. In the 5 to 10 second lead.
And what's throwing me off is the reflection in the picture frames behind everybody.
Welcome to live. Welcome to live, ladies and
We're
gentlemen.
doing it hard.
I know. You think this is what live recording is like. So.
Well, look at this, prima donna!
Oh, God.
So get ready.
Yes, man.
All right. That wasn't even the biggest thing to happen in Elimination Chamber.
I was thinking you're moving on to the men.
Yeah. So let's get to it. We waited, 10, 15 years
Try closer to
to
20.
see John Cena.
But
finally
well,
turning heel.
I like the match part first. I loved the Punk and Cena coming together for the first time in the showdown. CM Punk had said that John Cena is like his wrestling soulmate, and I was like, oh. But them having the moment, and then like Seth coming in and stomping, and then the STF, and that's how he won, and then you can go into what everyone wants to talk about. But I liked the match.
No, it was definitely a very good match. Yeah, and it was always the Cena like dipping his toes into the whole heel vibe, right? And then that led into what eventually happened. But this was the moment we all kind of wanted to see, at least making his last run something to talk about more than just a nostalgia run. But I will throw it out to the regulars. What do you all think?
How much time do you get? So this heel turn, this whole thing was phenomenal. And I didn't get a chance to talk about this because I couldn't join the show a few weeks ago when it actually happened. This whole John Cena heel turn was phenomenal. Right up until this Gunther match. Because it never should have been Gunther. I'm sorry. The Eastern Europe clean-cut, arrogant guy. Wow. That villain angle hasn't been done before. Oh. Sick and tired of it. It actually should have been R-Truth. R-Truth has been with John Cena for the last 20 years. He has been on his side. And then all of a sudden, John turns. He then AA's R-Truth, Ron, through the press conference table at the end of the show. No one saw that coming. And then when he turns babyface back to babyface, he walks up to Ron and goes, "Oh, hey, remember when you did all of that and, it didn't work out?" It should have been R-Truth at that last match. And then you have Gunther, who, yes, can take the heat that is on him now. He is probably one of the few, if not only, guys who can take this heat. Yes, he can take it. But you have him come out and do that stupid Dolph Ziggler thing of, "It should have been me." You have R-Truth beat John in his last match.
Yeah, I can't get on board with that. I know you.
Which part? All of it, or which part?
Basically all of it.
It never should have been Gunther. I'm sorry.
Should never happen.
Hated it.
Come
No, I didn't need the John Cena. It would have been like Nick, we were talking about earlier, just like this show is a concert in and of itself. Like WWE is a concert. I don't need the John Cena friggin' hits for the next 10 months or so. I want to see something different. Play the deeper stuff, which is what the heel turn was. If I wanted to go see the Eagles, yeah, I know they're going to play Take It Easy. I know they're going to play Hotel California. But play some deeper stuff, which is exactly what John did. Great. But it's just one man's opinion. Never should have been Gunther. At least in that last match.
Well, fair enough. We'll get more to that. Steven, anything on this before we move to March?
I was a little skeptical about it being Gunther at first, but now seeing how it's worked out, I'm like, that made Gunther put him into the stratosphere as far as being a big time heel, and he's relishing in it. He's getting nuclear heat, and I ultimately think it was the right decision, but it is not who I would have thought of several months ago.
Fair enough. So we'll move along, put a wrap on it, go to March.
Yeah, because we'll get to more in his turn and his heel snip, snap as
Blah,
we
blah, blah. Sorry.
progress.
So getting into March, Revolution. We saw the Hollywood ending, Mariah May, now Blake Monroe, and Toni Storm. Could have been probably match of the year for AEW.
I would say top 5. This should have main evented. This probably, I will go out on a limb. I will still say their feud of the year. I think this was such a beautiful bow on their whole relationship, the whole feud, the whole everything. And then obviously Mariah became Blake. It's not doing too hot over there, but
The ratings dropped again.
What? I think. Wait. For Blake Monroe or for AEW?
AEW.
No, you're saying over there. I'm talking about Nikki with Nikki.
I'm saying her as a character. Mariah May was phenomenal. I think Blake, like, you want to do that Timu version, whatever. I feel like Blake Monroe doesn't hold a candle to what she was in AEW.
Not yet, no. But she's still just starting out, really.
True, but
Because remember, she had like that no compete, right? For a while, so she wasn't right into NXT. It seemed like there's
there's no compete.
Or-
She didn't re-sign with AEW because
she
wanted to
didn't go right. I felt like she didn't go right in. There was a little delay for her. Like this is March, and she showed up in what NXT? What after Mania? Late.
Yeah, so this happened in March. March
So,
to
yeah,
May
but
is not
still-
a long time.
Yeah, but the way WWE books, you're not going to be built up as a mega star in that kind of time, especially in NXT. In a lot of ways. Especially NXT's women's division with all the talent they have.
Oh, I don't. This is AEW's Food of the Year. It should have main evented. Tony, maybe you can put some women in the main event once in a while. Won't hurt you, I promise. But this should have made. This match was amazing. This feud was amazing.
Cool. No, it was great. Anyone from the gallery want to discuss this or Revolution as a whole? Steven?
Dave won't like it if you put women in the main event.
Dave can suck eggs.
Fair enough. Well,
Did I break someone? Sorry.
he already broke Joho.
Steve one-liners is just classic.
Mm.
All right.
Only starting.
Uncle Dave won't appreciate it.
Well, from two women who were in the main event, two other women who could have been in the main event. Royal Rumble winner. We were talking about it earlier. Charlotte Flair and
girl.
Tiffany Stratton as we head towards April and WrestleMania. The off-script promo.
Apparently, the promo before this, when they were the backstage heads and whoever was interviewing, I don't know if I remember it was Tess or Corey or.
Why did they wear the same?
That's also
That was
another
also-
thing. They were this, and then they were their outfits were so similar at Mania.
Yeah.
So the talking head promo, Charlotte went off script and it threw off Tiffany and made Tiffany look really fucking bad. Then they have this face to face with Wade, and then they both go off script. And to me, Tiffany won this promo off because she went for the fucking jugular
Yeah, she did.
here. And I'm like, get it, girl. Because again, Charlotte, I think Charlotte sandbagged her and did her dirty the week before. So Tiffany's like, F you, and came back. And I was like, get it.
Yeah, but
Was Kaiser sliding into her DMs?
It doesn't. Well, they're not dating anymore. She's dating some other NXT guy now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Eating sushi off his arm.
I mean,
Is
get it,
that
girl.
really how you want to eat sushi, though?
Gross.
how do you know that?
Where do you put the?
It was
I know that's part of my.
Stop asking questions.
I know things.
Oh my God, stop asking questions.
Like, where do you put the wasabi?
the whole thing when like the girl lays naked on a table and they eat two like with chop like
I don't like that either, but nobody here's doing that.
choppy.
That's unhygienic.
I don't know. This is going so
I lost my train of thought. I'm not sure if it was Steven's questions or the wine, but I'm blaming both.
So we were discussing Charlotte Flair. So we get towards WrestleMania, which we thought I thought, again, just like Cena winning the Royal Rumble, that Charlotte Flair was going to end up possibly.
I was
I'm gonna wait with
real
the belt.
sorry, but I'm glad Tiffany came on top.
Yeah, luckily, Tiffany came out on
She
top.
broke her teeth in that match.
Yeah.
She did. Yeah, her front tooth. Didn't she have to apologize to Charlotte after that
Yeah.
after that promo? Because she
I
went.
think I don't think it was technically. I think the two of them got in trouble
Yes.
Yeah,
for that promo.
right. Because it went too personal.
Yeah,
Very quickly.
Yeah.
but like, I don't know.
And that's just it. You're a WWE superstar and you're holding a belt. You better be able to just ad lib and just think on your feet if someone goes off script. Especially if you know you're dealing with a legacy that is Charlotte Flair.
Mhm.
You know she can. Dad can talk, so he probably taught her how to talk. It's in the genes. You better be prepared for anything.
Yep.
Be quick. Be good. Sorry.
Agreed.
So, from women's to the men's, we finally see Jey Uso complete his arc, winning the world title. Yeah.
I did not like this match
Yeah, it was lackluster.
at all.
It seemed like it ended prematurely. Because
Yeah.
it seems like there was some kind of a I don't know, I couldn't tell, but maybe there was some kind of a botch because I mean, look at the picture there. That does not look like someone who is thrilled right now, and he just won a title in Mania.
Excuse me.
So it just seems to me like I'm sure it's still the result that was planned, but it just seems like something went wrong, and he's aware of it, and maybe they had to wrap it up a little early or whatever.
Is he drunk?
We were all.
That's not out of the ordinary for Jey.
No,
We're all
his
set.
name's not Hardy, so
Ooh.
Did you see him at John Cena's last match?
Yeet!
He was hammered.
Yeet!
It was, I think it was the presser afterwards. I think he's talking to, I don't know if it's Kathy Kelly, I think it was Jackie Redmond, that they were talking and he was schmammered.
Wait,
but-
during the match or during
No.
press?
John Cena's the Saturday Night's main event, it was after the match and they went to the, they did the press conference afterwards and he's walking up the ramp and Jackie Redmond grabs him and he like hangs on her. You could just, he's slurring his words.
Oh my
Like, it was-
God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He messed up himself.
he just retired. Let him. He can have a few now if he was drunk during the match.
No,
that's a different
This
conversation.
Jey Uso,
Just thought you saying
Oh,
Jay.
drink Jey.
yeah,
Oh,
Jay was schmammered at John Cena's last match. And he was supposed to do an interview with Jackie Redmond and he was like slurring his words.
Yeah, it was bad.
But we were watching this upstairs and I feel like we all kind of looked at each other like that was abrupt.
Yeah. Like
And it
something
seemed
happened.
kind of, so I feel like to Steven's point, like something did happen. I don't think it really came out what happened, but it's, again, you showing as well. I'm looking at the YouTube thing that's still delayed, but like Jay's face
Yeah, no.
kind of says it all. Like, oh, I wasn't, like something's wrong.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get in trouble.
And especially since Gunther tapped, and none of us thought Gunther would tap.
No, and I still hate that they chanted him. You tapped out.
What are you gonna do?
I know we did have a slight because you're moving on from Mania.
No, I still have two more things at the end because there was two
But-
nights WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But you're not going to mention the one thing I said to mention, and you didn't mention it. Should I mention it now? Or did you add it?
Mention it, and you did.
The women's.
No.
Circle that. So this, because I yelled at you,
Mm.
again, maybe we did have a little pre-production. I think the women's triple threat between Rhea, Bianca, and Io was probably match of Mania. Opening night 2. Again, we open on such a high of the three of them. I don't think I was worried about like Io being the third wheel, and they go to pie face her again, which was bothering me. She grabbed both her hands, and it was like an amazing match. She won. I think it's probably top. I would say the best, maybe top 5 WWE match. And you didn't even mention it. But I digress. Cheer slides.
No, does anyone else want it? Again, open forum. We stood. 2 years.
no, I completely agree with Jackson right now.
Terrible.
Who is cool.
And this is how he is every podcast.
Yeah, welcome to the show. But maybe
Sorry. Yes, sorry.
too many distractions.
Well,
The live studio audience here is just distracting.
Sorry.
It was your idea. I will never get old.
So funny.
I just love yelling. But anyway, so we move along, and we did see WrestleMania. Well, we'll get to it. I think the big moment, well, the two other big moments, Dom Mysterio,
Yes.
arguably a contender for male wrestler of the year,
Yeah.
winning his first singles title. And then we went Fatal 4-Way, right, with Braun Breaker, Penta, and who am I missing?
Finn Balor.
So,
And it's because it's hard because he was supposed to be, we all know how Nick feels about heels and faces and who to root for. But for him, he celebrated, was going up the ramp, and he was getting cheered so much that he ran back to the ring to celebrate. I think he's like,
Didn't expect
now that everyone's chanting "Dirty, Dirty Dom," I feel like he's so good. And I was so happy when he won this.
yeah, no, like I said, it's just a well-deserved moment from him. Then look at the year he's had. Even rather than post that with AAA and just everything. I
Yeah.
think the storylines that have been built around him, a lot of the women's division and like Judgment Day just keeps growing.
The faction that won't die.
Yeah,
Seriously.
maybe they're a nominee for faction here. Who knows? But anyone with any other thoughts on Dom Mysterio, WrestleMania, or
He's our era Stone Cold. Because you're supposed to hate him, but we're cheering him on, loving him, and that he'll turn around on the mic and be like, "You all suck," and we boo him for a hot second, and then we're cheering him on 2 seconds later.
I hope Dom watches that because that is huge friggin' praise. Dom Mysterio, Stone Cold Steve Austin. That,
He
okay.
is literally this generation Stone Cold, in my opinion.
yeah,
I'm going to say, wait a second to start saying that, but okay, babe.
it's
I
early.
love the bold statements.
I drank a beer. I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers. Oh no. 5 beers. Oh no. 6 beers. 7 beers. 8 beers.
What?
There's one time they actually run that. I can actually finally do it.
What?
You're welcome.
I need to do my snack time drops too. But yeah, no, again, great moment. Anybody else? Any last call on Dom Mysterio, WrestleMania?
Convinced that him running back to the ring, like that was not supposed to be part of the program.
Oh, yeah.
But he was just so excited, and that's what you're supposed to look like when you're victorious.
Or was that someone in the back at Gorillas telling like Stu or someone, hey, tell him to go back, and because they're cheering so hard, we wanted to really like soak this moment up.
I don't know if anybody was near him when he ran
No,
back.
I think Stu was near him. The camera was pretty close, so they could have like gestured and said like, hey, go back.
Yeah, they could have, but
It was genuine.
yeah,
But that's fair. But man, what a ride that kid has had over 2025.
And I really hope he does come back and they don't have to strip him of the belt. Or I'm like, if fucking
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio injured himself, I would be real pissed. But apparently they're saying it's not as bad as they thought it was, and he's not going to need
Killing a guy,
surgery.
injuring your son, that's
So,
Plus, I like the juxtaposition of this photo with the ad on the left telling us all that he wipes. Dude wipes. So good for him.
you should.
Terrible spot.
I have to say, in that photo, it's very creepy how he reminds me so much of Eddie sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
me, Daddy A.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's so crazy because if you look back, and we had that conversation before, when he's like no mustache, no hair, he looks like Ray.
Yeah.
But then with this, you're like, oh my god, it's Eddie. And then just how it's obviously the many rooms, and that's why he's so good. It's just like he's Eddie reincarnated for
Yeah,
sure.
seriously.
So maybe if Stone Cold Steve Austin and Eddie Guerrero had a baby, it would be.
I still don't want him to turn face yet. I know the audience is really into him, but you've heard me say it before.
Yeah.
I want him to have that last match with Ray at Mania or one of the big PLEs next year, soon to be this year. That's obvious. That's going to be billed as Ray's last match, or maybe not, or maybe they run the Ray retires if he loses angle.
Oh
But
God.
either way, they reunite at the end of the match.
Yeah.
And, very heartwarming, and the whole thing about, the moment, grabbing the moment, and then he can go on and be a big face from there.
Mhm.
So don't do it yet.
Yeah.
Do it, but not yet.
Agreed.
So from one first to another, CM Punk finally got the headline WrestleMania and lose. And Seth
He looks
Rollins
so good in this
and
photo.
Paul Heyman join forces and start what is the beginnings of the movement at WrestleMania. Which, again, I said, I called this. Nothing's going to happen. But, again, this is one of the biggest moments, I'd say, of the year, for WWE especially, is this alliance. Thoughts?
Seth is my man. I love him so much. I do like him as a Healy character. I do love Paul Heyman was like apologetic and like, I'm sorry, but like did it anyway. And then thinking of the promo the next week that he was like, you made me do this, you made me turn on you, and like Seth had his vision and did all this. But I think him being, I love the juxtaposition of Seth last year at Mania was the MVP that crawled in, was Cody Shield, did all that, and then heel next year. I love it.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Again, Seth can do no wrong in my eyes, so.
we know. Anybody, any other strong opinions on this, or?
The vision is what Evolution was supposed to be, except better. Only because of one
pretty bold statement.
I understand that, given the talent that was in Evolution, but it is only made better because of one man only, and that is because of the genius himself. And he'll simply say he's not a genius because he said it before. He's just not a stupid fucker. It's Paul Heyman.
Mm-hmm.
The greatest. Sorry, Vince. Paul's better.
Yeah.
I may not like the character or agree with the character, but that man is a wrestling god. Period. Full stop. I'm done.
I can't disagree with that. Going back to his work with the original ECW.
Yeah, I mean, if he had the same budget as like Eric Bischoff or Vince McMahon, you wonder what he would have been able to do.
Oh my gosh.
We would, well, obviously WCW would still be out of business, but would WWE be out of business and it would be ECW?
Or would it be instead of the Monday Night Wars between WWE and WCW, would it become the whatever night wars between ECW and WWE?
If he had their budget, he could pay his wrestlers on a regular basis.
Oh.
Yeah, still anything you just pay people.
Yeah.
Truth is truth,
Just
Steve.
Yeah.
Pay your vendors, man.
Oh.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Ching, ching, bling, bling. I love that song too much.
Well, that's actually a nice segue into May, June-ish, where Naomi. Where Naomi wins Money in the Bank, which I thought was again, I
I
mean,
think we called.
yeah, a great moment. Like, and then like the whole, like her whole crazy persona, like losing her mind. That whole, she was one of the best characters of
God
2025.
damn, Big Jim's Big Jim. She was
She was on top.
top, on fire.
Yes.
Promos, wrestling matches, just like her just being crazy, but so good.
And then Big Jim came along, and he's just like,
I'm a
Lost your-
man.
I'm a nice man.
Excuse me.
Oh dear.
But yeah, Naomi wins Money in the Bank.
So good. Again,
After all that happened at Elimination Chamber and everything else.
Was anyone who didn't say that she was winning that match out of all of us? I can't think of any one of us that was like, yeah, no, Naomi's not winning this match. And she earned it. The character was just so great.
mhm.
I might have. I just forget who else was in it. Who else
Oh.
was in the match?
Wasn't Chelsea Green in it?
No.
No.
Not this year, no.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Chelsea was not.
Hold on.
The only
Bianca. Wait. Women's Elimination Chamber?
No, women's
Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank, sorry. I don't know why. I'm looking at it and I don't know why it came up as Elimination Chamber. I'm like, oh, I wonder again. Money in the. Yeah, I think Chelsea.
I love the
was
delay of me yelling at Nick.
You can yell at him again.
So Rhea, Bliss, Roxanne, Vicaire, and Julia.
I think I might have said Vicaire.
Yeah, I think so much
Yeah.
towards her.
Yeah.
But the only problem I have with Naomi's heel character is the laugh. She does not have a good maniacal laugh.
But is that sort of the point, though?
She didn't have much work on it.
Because I don't think, because Liv Morgan is the same, like, haha, like, and
So Liv had it. I feel like she lost it. Because she did actually have a pretty good one. And then now it's like she's trying too hard. And that's the way I feel with Naomi. She's trying very hard to have that evil laugh and it just ain't working. In my opinion.
I expect more from a Jersey girl.
Jersey girls represent too.
Well, now let's move in as we're keeping a decent
Wait.
time here. What? No.
No, nothing.
No, we're just laughing at Jackson.
Pretty sure whoever's watching this is hearing just Jackson's.
I'm laughing so hard.
Everywhere.
The muscle inside my ribs is cramping up.
But let's move into SummerSlam where we at
Ugh.
least the big moment. I think it was the big moment where
What's the big moment?
Mr. Rollins.
I rewatched
Oh, yeah.
part of our recap on SummerSlam, and I shit all over this pay-per-view.
Because
Or-
Seth Rollins gets hurt.
Well,
He has the knee injury. Everyone thinks that he's potentially out for an extended period of time. We don't know how long, right?
mhm.
And then he comes out. I should have got the picture, but I was. He comes out
Willy
after Punk
Wonka.
wins. Willy Wonka.
Yes.
Willy Wonka's.
After Punk wins the belt, right? And Punk has his moment where he cashes in, and you think, yeah, like it just changed everything at that point in time. He knew he was eventually going to win the title, but he thought maybe it would have happened potentially at WrestleMania.
Well, he said, as long as I'm still here, you will never be champion.
Mhm.
So, girl cashes in.
Yeah. So again, it's one of the biggest cash-ins are always big moments, but
Yes.
Seth Rollins, arguably, this could have been the second biggest cash-in ever. Like he did his WrestleMania cash-in.
This would be my fourth. His first one, Ziggler, Naomi, this one.
Me personally, Ziggler will always be up top because I was there. And that was what a moment.
Yeah.
To be there. Oh my God. I get goosebumps thinking about it. It was so awesome to be there and be a part of that. So that will always be number one for me. But yeah, Seth.
Now this storyline between these two, I absolutely love from the very, very beginning, because obviously Seth was trying to be trained by Punk, and then there was that, how dare you do this? How dare you, with a pipe bomb and then leave the company? And I've been here. This whole thing was just phenomenal. So to have Seth on the shelf right now kind of sucks, but Yeah, I'm gonna put this a little higher and say this like top 2, top 3 of cash-ins, but yeah.
Punch him in the face.
How dare you? Collateral damage. Steve, anything to add before we move on? Or?
No, the best feuds are rooted in real life, out of the ring beefs,
Yeah.
and that led to the heat between the two that we've seen so far since Punk came back. Even when Punk came out at the Survivor Series,
Yeah.
you
And
get
how-
to see how angry Seth was,
Yeah.
Man.
or was he? But look, I mean, at least they're getting along enough from what I hear from both Becky and AJ.
Yeah.
So
You're gonna make money together.
Yeah.
Well, I think part of the frustration was that Randy had just come back. So as much as I love both wrestlers, Punk overshadowed Randy, and that was kind of rough. Like I get that of like, Randy Orton comes back, holy shit. And then after almost 15 years, Hell freezes over and Cult of Personality starts playing at Chicago. There was no way he wasn't overshadowing Randy.
Yeah.
So I get the frustration from maybe definitely Randy and maybe from Seth's point of view.
I don't even think Randy was that upset. Like he was a little pissed off, but nothing compared to Seth.
Yeah. And also
Oh my
Drew
God.
stormed out.
Yeah.
He did, yeah.
That's right. I think Rhea was also flipping him off too, but I don't know if that was just her kind of joining in the crowd.
Yeah,
You
good
know.
thing. But yeah, we'll see. All right, so let's move into September now. We're actually, believe it or not, we're almost at the end of the year of moments.
Yep.
Kicking it over, Lisa's favorite, AEW.
I have no opinion.
Wait,
What? No.
no, we're okay. I'm just thinking timeline that we didn't mention like May, July.
Yeah, don't you have like half a year left?
I just kind of picked out some moments. I couldn't get everything.
It's fine.
in.
It's fine.
I was trying to pick out as much as we could.
It's fine. Because now you say it, I was like, oh, we didn't talk about July, but it's okay.
But we can go back to it.
It's fine.
I put it like Chris Statlander.
Girl. Okay.
Tony Storm, September, the big all out, the big takeaway. Chris Statlander wins the women's world title from Tony Storm. Tony Storm becomes the first ever 4-time women's champion in AEW. Wins that match over Mariah May that we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And he's basically a fighting champion doing open challenges all throughout the summer. And then gets put in this fatal 4-way and just gets rolled up and what's this?
The seat belt.
Seatbelt grabber. Street jacket.
No, it's
seatbelt
seat
jacket.
belt.
Straight jacket seatbelt.
You can play it. Hated it. I know. I know it was time for Tony to maybe drop the belt, to bow out, to like do other things, build up other women. I don't. Statlander does nothing for me, and I feel bad because she's your drop on our show. Does nothing for me.
No, she's a friend of the
She's
show.
terrible at promos. Like she's fine in the ring. Like her and Jamie had a fine match at World's End. I don't care.
She's good at promos.
This is the AEW Women's World Champion, Chris Statlander, and this is the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour.
She could say her name and our name. Again, I support women's wrestling, I love women's wrestling, all the shit, all the things, all the flippy do. She does nothing for me.
Steve, I'll throw this one to you because I know Joho and Lisa.
Sorry.
Do you have to order another one of those when she loses the belt? Because then it won't be accurate anymore.
We'll just keep playing Jimmy Corderas.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. See anything of
My
Joho
response
here?
is AEW is still losing ratings. Just saying.
Sadly true.
Our statistician, ladies and gentlemen.
But you know, we can. I mean that's a long debate we could have. I mean, she seems to be doing okay with it. The problem is, they really only keep throwing, you know, 2 or 3 other women at that level.
Mhm.
You know, everybody else is like everybody else is beneath that level. You know, they seem to be running a storyline now, a long-term storyline where Mercedes is eventually going to get up there again, finally losing all these belts one at a time over her obsession of not being able to get the one that eludes her. But like in the meantime, you signed all these women. You know, you can move a couple of them up. I know you want to have a nice, robust women's tag team division. That's great. You've still got plenty left over. You know,
Yeah.
you have Brit signed. Stop being a petty shit, and you know, give Chris Statlander, you know, an opponent for, you know, a month and a half.
I miss Britt Baker.
Yeah.
I
You
miss
have
Her to be so.
you have still Thunder Rosa, I think, on the roster.
I think she's been in.
Thunder Rosa.
I think she's been in ROH.
Oh, your arse.
You're like Reese's huge on Thekla. Like, I just feel like there's other people. There's so many other people, or Reese's other girl, Deanna Peraza.
Even if it's just to do what they did with Eddie Kingston on the men's side and just give him a run for a month and then they come out and lose and whatever. Well,
Yeah.
look, at least it was somebody else. And you know, you're obviously building the Mercedes Moné storyline where she's going to get her shot, first big card of the year, which it's I think Double or Nothing, isn't it?
Well, I think.
Yeah.
Well, they try to make.
Revolution.
I think their big is Their big 4 would be Revolution, All In, Double or Nothing, Full Gear.
Okay.
That's like their big 4.
Okay. I'd know that if I watched the show. But yeah, work to that. But in the meantime, you know, you can't, I don't think you can have Chris look like an unstoppable force if you keep feeding her the same couple of people.
Yeah.
I mean, there was the same complaint with Tiffany. It was always Nia or
Jade.
or Jade. I think there was one more in there who wasn't Charlotte. I'm blanking.
Tiffy. No,
No.
Trishy. It was Tiffany and Trish,
Yeah, there was
and they
that.
had
That's not who I was thinking.
they had the
But
tag
there
team, and
was
then
Trish, yeah.
they had the thing. But it was Charlotte, Trish Stratus, Nia, Jade. I think she had a match with Julia. She had a match with Chelsea, but that's
And
not.
she had the belt for almost a year.
Mhm.
But just those 4, and Trish was a one-off.
There's not enough women on SmackDown. And again, this Friday they're going to 3 hours.
And there's going to be,
Oh, God,
and
no.
there's going to, and you know, there's going to be call-ups.
Where I'm hoping we bring up Jordan Grace. I think there a lot of Sol Ruka. Oh my
Jordan's
God.
got other issues, so I think they maybe, which I found out, I was like, why is she still down there? And then I read about, you know, the personal stuff going on with her husband being sick. So I think that might be why she's
staying in Florida?
West End. She's staying in Florida to care of her. I hear he's doing better, but you know, I'm sure when things are, you know, straightened out and Jonathan is doing okay, which, you know, here's hoping,
Yeah.
you know, once he's on his own 2 feet again, then. But in the meantime, now looking back, that's probably why. But yeah, Jordan, that would be a good place for it. Jordan versus Jade.
I hope Jordan beats
well,
the shit out of her.
You made a perfect segue talking about working with their husbands. In September, we also saw the return
Yeah.
AJ Lee.
Let's light it up, light it up, light it up, light it up.
Another Jersey girl.
Yeah.
I love this. this photo of them, the way that they look at each other. I'm just like him coming out with like AJ's hug, like he's so flippin' proud of her. Like I can't handle it sometimes. So it's just like I love wrestling couples, and I love their love, and you feel their love, and I love it.
Yeah.
But this, I think, I know people sort of shit on this match. It was a little too long, and this was a little bit this. I was here for it. Again, when I got back into wrestling, AJ was my girl.
Yeah.
CM Punk was my guy. These are the two people that got me back into wrestling after my lull.
And this will
And
also
then Becky
bleed.
and Seth are my people now, so this was my happy.
So I'll just say this. This will also bleed. AJ Lee's return happened for WrestlePalooza. She joins up with Punk to take on Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. They have that mixed tag match, which was really good. Solid, and probably the highlight of that whole show. And then also bleeds in. We'll bundle this into, I guess, Survivor Series, where she takes part in War Games as well. So I mean,
this match was good.
But yeah, AJ's return and her last couple of months. Any thoughts,
So happy.
regulars?
So happy. Been waiting for this moment since Punk came back, to be very honest.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like she wasn't going to come back unless Punk was back.
Yeah.
And when he was like, I don't hit women, if I know someone who does, I was like, oh, bring it.
There was that moment when he had the conversation with Adam Pearce of like, so where's SmackDown on Friday? Chicago. Why? Oh shit. Oh,
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year!
yeah. So there was that one line that AJ said, and of my 40 years, I've lived in Jersey, 36 of them, born and raised. She said the most perfect line. I'm a Puerto Rican girl from New Jersey. Sometimes I shank a chick. For those of you who don't live or from New Jersey, you have no idea how friggin' accurate that is. It just
That's crazy.
Union City, that's about right.
is AJ's from Bergen County, right? Or
I thought I saw her that she was from Union City.
okay,
Which
so that's
is
Hudson County.
Yeah.
Liv is from Elmwood Park, which
Yes.
is 10 minutes away from where I'm from, which is in Bergen County. They're crazy. Love them.
That's the match that needs to
Even-
happen to Liv.
Wait, what's Italian Jersey girls are nuts.
I hope our viewers from out of state appreciate the geography lessons.
Yeah,
For the record,
those across the world.
Like, you're not Italian.
I'm not Italian. I am not.
Lisa was pointing at you,
Well,
and like,
I think it's the Jersey girlness, and then her breed of Italian Jersey and my breed of Irish Jersey. We're both brawlers, and a little bit of this, a little bit of EO style. But it takes. I don't know. Jersey girls. I can't.
but yeah,
We
thoughts
can go
on AJ Lee's return? Anyone else? Joho Joho kind of me. Steven?
I understand that part of the terms of AJ being able to return was that she had the time to pursue her other interests, which is totally fine. They seem to be dragging out this final conflict between her and Becky. Maybe building up to a Mania match or some sort of confrontation at Rumble. Who knows? Maybe she's going to get involved in Becky's match next week. Congratulations to Maxine on her wedding, by the way.
Girl.
And
Being an MJF.
Well, AJ's contract is what, 3 years? It's a multi-year contract.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, this feud's obviously not ending anytime soon. So
I would be okay with AJ winning the Women's Rumble and moving on to Mania.
also yes.
I also think at this point, I want AJ to be used sparingly. I don't need her on the TV every week, so it feels special when she does come.
Yeah.
But if that's going to be the case, and I agree, then we can't complain when it's Roman.
To me, it's different.
Or Brock. Yeah, I know Brock. Boo. Yeah, whatever.
But right,
You know.
AJ doesn't have a belt right now. When Brock was off TV and Roman was off TV with the belt, that bothered me. If you put a belt on AJ and then she's not on TV every week or every other week, then I'm gonna complain.
Yeah, when your face is the part timer, when the face of your company is the part timer, that's the problem. That's why I have a problem with Roman. That's why I have a problem with Brock. AJ is not the face of the women's division or the company.
So she can pop it in.
Roman and Brock were the face of the company and the face of the division. So that's why I had a problem. But
And with Roman not having the belt now, and me not being the biggest Roman fan, I don't care when he comes and goes. He did his little thing with Bronson Reed, the tribal thief, like that was fine. Then he went off and did Street Fighter. And I'm sure he's going to come back for Rumble, that's fine. Again, Brock Lesnar, we all know how I feel about Brock Lesnar. Go fuck yourself real hard. So to me, that's I get where you're coming from and that part-time thing, but again, I think the belt faces AJ's not involved in some scandalous scandal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How dare you? Dad!
All right. Well, we're getting to the latter part of the year, Q4. Getting to October.
Spoken like a salesman.
Well, you know what? When you need something to get done, you need some ratings, you got to go to All Reliable. AEW went to All Reliable, Steven. They brought back Sting
oh,
for Darby Allin's I Quit match against John Moxley.
yeah.
Can you,
That's like the Republicans bring
They
back
brought Old Man Sting back.
can you play
Oh,
I hated
God.
it? I hated this match. I hate him with this. Again, the beard, fine. Face paint on your beard, no.
All right, Nikki.
Fine.
Hated it.
I grew up a Sting fan. My sister loved Sting. That was her man. And so that kind of came on to me. But just looking at him here, he looks like a flipping chimpanzee or something. Like, what the hell? He doesn't look good.
She just made a stun.
Yeah, this is the variant of Sting we never asked for.
I know he's supposed to be like this old, to put it to like comic book Marvel, he's supposed to be like his old man Logan on the old.
Okay.
So I get it, but don't put face paint on your beard. Just be a beard. I don't know. But like this, I hated this match. Like again, Darby versus Moxley went on too long. Didn't love it. Then him cutting this.
And then he tapped out, right? He just tapped out. He didn't give up. He didn't say, I quit.
No, this was the coffin match.
Oh, this is, yeah. I'm like,
When they put Darby in the coffin, right?
no.
This is
Darby
not the
lost
coffin.
it. No, this is the I Quit.
This is the one I think
Maybe
where
I quit.
Mox tried to drown Darby in a fish tank.
Yes. Yeah, because Sting hit the back. Yeah.
And then what's
That's
your
what
face
you do
freaked?
in wrestling.
And then what's your face freaked out?
Murder
They're like,
someone.
everyone's gonna drown each other. in
Yeah,
fish
there was a spot in this match where Darby Allin gets put into a fish tank. Was there a fish in it? I think there was,
I think there was.
which is even.
If I remember
I
correctly.
was-
What the hell?
Only
Oh
because
my
Evan's
God.
not here. Yeah, because Darby Allin sucks.
Yeah, I feel this panel is incomplete for the context of this discussion.
Yeah. Where's Ed when you need him? The perfect time
Call
for
him
the call.
up. Let's get him on the line.
Hey, call link's there. So anyone right in home Temple, you guys want to pop in? Lord, I know Temple's throwing in the comments some of his award. We'll get to those shortly.
And didn't Darby have any more relatives to set on fire during their proposal?
Oh my God, you saw that? Yeah, that's so ridiculous.
Yes.
If that girl should have been like, nah, I am out.
Well, she was in the video I saw.
Yeah.
She saw the fire and
She did
took a
right.
powder.
Okay,
I don't know if she said yes anyway, but you know.
I just heard he set him on fire, and I was like, if I was that girl, I would have been like, no.
Oh my God.
That's too
You could
much.
have just told the Jericho to say this.
You just made the list.
He's coming. Hold that for a couple weeks. Or maybe next week.
I know. I get to run those back.
I'm sure Moxley is out there somewhere bleeding, so.
Oh. No, you can see.
Yeah. So I think I did have this out of order because my slides were a little bit out of order. Because I did the next slide I did have was Hangman. So
Hangman, what? Losing the belt?
winning
No.
and losing, but
That was July. He won the belt in July, lost it in September.
yes.
Hated it.
We're not going to backtrack to July.
Just move on.
We'll move on.
Move
Pulp
on.
Fiction was told out of sequence. Why not?
Yeah,
You're quite stuck.
conclusion. Yeah. Well, I just think as since it's in November and it was, we're gonna homer it a little bit because we're in New Jersey. Full gear. We saw Jay Briscoe.
Yes.
Not Jay Briscoe. Mark Briscoe.
It's Mark.
Mark.
Jay is sadly no longer with us.
Yeah.
And
Jay,
I think that him and Fletcher was a little drawn out because they would have had a best of 5, 6. Again, Reese would, if he was here, correct me. But he's such a. I'm gonna hold my feelings on Mark Briscoe for a little bit, but I think this is also how we felt about Dustin. This is a tip of the cap. Thank you for all your things. Thank you for what you went through. Him obviously looking up at Jay. He's got 9 fucking kids. He runs a chicken farm. Girl, get it.
Yeah. No, it's very similarly to. I feel like. I think that's why I said Jay because it was very similar to the Jey Uso thing, where it's like it felt like they kind of rewarded. Like you put in the time, you're very well respected in the locker room, and like this is a moment for well deserved. But that I just felt like it needed to happen now. I feel like what happens with Kyle Fletcher next? Like, is he going to go to the next level and be a main eventer? But whatever. But it was a nice feel good moment.
It was a very good feel good moment. I'm very happy for Mark Briscoe. I feel like he very much deserved it. Again, I'm going to go off on Mark a little bit.
Steven, any thoughts on this one?
2, one, the audience behind them just looks like they're applauding politely.
That's in New Jersey. That's a potential.
Yeah. They just look like they're like, okay.
Look like they're about to leave.
I don't know where this was in the.
Oh, there's like 2 hours left of the paper.
Yeah, knowing this arena pretty well, they're like, okay, how can I avoid taking Route 21?
Yeah.
How early do I have to leave to beat the crowd?
Yeah.
What parking lot did I park in? Because I didn't park in the deck. That whole thing.
Yeah.
21 to 78 is gonna suck.
That's because Nick flirted of us going. I was like, their pay-per-views are 14 hours long. Like, I can't. They do but depending on this was a 2-hour pre-show and then like a 5-hour show. Like, it's a fucking marathon.
I remember Nick having the idea of doing a live from the parking lot, and I told him, "Fuck no! They'll steal your camera."
Yeah, that's true.
Unbelievable.
And that's one of the.
So this was just one of the moments on that night that happened in the title change because the actual title change that happened, Samoa Joe ended up winning the belt that night. And what kind of ties together. July was the culmination of Hangman Page, his story arc with the Death Riders and Jon Moxley. Kind of similarly to the Bloodline to some extent. They were controlling the whole brand. They had the title in a suitcase. You didn't see the AEW World title for months on end. And we were wondering who the person was, the homegrown talent that was going to take down Jon Moxley. And then it ends up being Hangman Page with the help of Samoa Joe and the Ops. And eventually, what was this, 2.5? So July
to September.
Yeah, so 2 months into the reign.
No, November.
Yeah, basically Joe is his first. He has one match with Kyle Fletcher. And Joe is basically his first.
He has a rematch with Mox. Then he goes into the pay-per-view with Fletcher with Wrestle Dream. This is where I meet Reese. Wrestle Dream, and then Full Gear is November, so he had it from July to November. But it'd be like, to equate it to you guys, it'd be like Cody beat Roman Reigns for the belt and then dropped it, won it at Mania, and then lost it at Survivor Series. After
So Randy Orton.
Yeah, to like a really like a random heel that came out.
Actually, not Randy Orton wouldn't be because Randy Orton has a good history with him. Like Samoa Joe didn't really have.
Oh, then nothing. Well,
Wait, no, just Seth Rollins, basically. Like Rollins helped him at WrestleMania. He was part of the group that helped him.
Yes.
At WrestleMania.
Okay, that's better.
And if he lost
I
it,
see it.
or Kevin Owens. Like, was Kevin Owens part of that one? No. Who was
No.
Like Jey Uso, maybe.
Yeah, Cena. It'd just be like he was like on this like you are our chosen one. We're putting the belt on you. You're defeating this heel that's held this captive. Like how Roman and Cody got the belt, and then like losing it like 4 months later to someone that kind of sort of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That you do have a little history with, but it's not. Like I hated this so much. Again, like I feel like everyone was so excited when Hangman was chasing Omega to get the belt, and we were all like, he's finally done it. He's finally got the belt, and then had like a shit reign. And it's feel like now he was like, I'm more mature, I'm a different wrestler, I feel different, like my father now, and it's like, this is my baby face that I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
And he won the belt, and we're all fucking excited because like fuck Moxley and him having the belt in a briefcase, and like our baby face has won. And then you just kind of pull the rug out from under him again. I'm sorry, I went on a rant.
So it was a little disappointing. Steve, you got anything to add with this?
Yeah, put that picture back up, please. I'll just let me know when it's on the computer because I know we have it. Oh, that was quick.
Yeah, you're up.
I was hoping they keep this on. I understand switching the champ to MJF being the champ, but I was hoping actually they can still do this. The next time they have to do press for whenever the new season of Twisted Metal comes out, and they send Joe out to do press, I want this to be the picture they use to introduce him.
May I ask,
Of course.
the few AEW photos that you have put up, pretty much every single one of them has somebody bleeding in it.
Yes.
Like the actual fuck.
There's a lot.
That was my feelings on like this is on AEW, and like we watched World's End. It was our last pay-per-view of the year. Every match, someone bleeds. And that's the joke that Ed made that somewhere Moxley is bleeding because every match. There was like the Darby Gabe match that were like doesn't need to be on the card, and they're both bleeding. I'm like, why? It's every match, and it's like that's what I kind of said that the one pay-per-view was like because they're like, oh, AEW's for the sickos. I was like, I'm like grew up on ECW, like I get the thing, but I'm like sometimes I'm like, but then they like bite each other and they spit on each other. And it's like this is true. This is maybe not my jam.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
But then it's just like I'm like not a prude about this. I've been watching all this stuff for forever, but
We grew up on the attitude.
it's like
era.
every match someone's bleeding, and I
Yeah.
don't understand. Like it's crazy when they don't bleed in a match. That's more like no one bled, like Okada to Takesha. It's like there's no blood.
Yeah. No.
I'm getting too old for that shit.
But yeah, I was like, oh my god, I'm like too old that I can't handle blood. It's every goddamn match.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's overkill. Right?
Yeah.
There shouldn't be no blood, but
Right.
you know, you use it sparingly. But something else I'd like to point out from that picture is how
Is there a fight?
disengaged even the people in the ring look, other than Joe.
Is that no? What's the picture though? Isn't that they're all there? It's not
It just didn't.
like you see Hook in the back corner. There's no Hook. There's no Hobbs. Like that's all their like
security.
people. So you see the back left. You see Hook and Hobbs hugging each other. All the other people are their random extras. And then you see Shibata behind him that's covered by Joe putting up his hand. But the actual ops are not in picture.
And you got the one guy who looks angry as hell.
Oh, yeah. But again, that's an extra.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing about this too is like, if if you wanted to put the belt on him with all the stuff coming out with Twisted Metal, the time was months.
Twisted Metal was already
Yeah.
done and gone after this.
Yeah,
That
it was
was
so like you couldn't
September?
promote it. You couldn't, there wasn't really much crossover appeal to it. So it was just kind of the timing of it was very bizarre. But
They all look like, oh, how soon can I get back to the hotel? I can't wait to go to sleep and have a shower. It's Thanksgiving weekend. I hope I still have a leftover turkey sandwich.
A gambler.
You know,
fair enough.
like if even the talent doesn't look interested in being there.
Yeah.
But this is like your weird extra work when what's his face smiled at Vince McMahon when he shouldn't have smiled and he got fired.
Oh, that was London, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But I don't know.
But I digress. All right, you want to round out? Well, you
Yes,
guys touched on a couple.
let's
We'll round out the year, and then what? All right, then we'll take a quick commercial break and go into our award part. So we'll bundle this up into, because you kind of touched on MJF winning and the AEW World Title. We'll stop with the AEW stuff, and we see the final runs. I'll just put these two up. John Cena winning the Intercontinental title and dropping back the Intercontinental title, but he wins it for the first time.
I think
Over Dom Mysterio.
him dropping the belt back, I think that match was more important. I think that match he really put over more people in one match. Again, taking the Tejano Bomb, taking a Pop Rocks, probably better than most people. Again, early Roxanne and now Roxanne, very different. But doing that and then Liv rehashing his heel turn.
Yeah.
When again you see her eyes are so like crazy blue green when they zoomed in.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I was a huge fan of that match. I didn't like a lot on that card, but I think that is the match that stuck out.
Yeah, no, I mean, I liked a lot. I don't know if people shit on like John Cena's final run and all that stuff, but like I liked a lot of what he did this last year. And I know the heel
The back half
wasn't
to me.
what everyone expected, and it probably could have been a lot more. And who knows what would have ended up happening if people who actually committed to the storyline, or if they went maybe with a little bit some different talent. But
Yeah, Dwayne.
but yeah, ultimately I enjoyed it. It was something different. Like at least they tried out something different, and they did have a nostalgic run of some of those matches. Right, you saw him versus AJ.
Him and AJ.
So you did get to see him run it back a few times with some of those old matches, and then there's people on the roster that weren't really, some of the more memorable guys like Edge that he had feuds with that weren't really there. I mean, he ran it back with Randy.
The nods and the winks of him doing the Edge before he does the spear, and then like Hope doing it back to him in whatever match that was.
Yeah, like it was all different stuff that we had seen.
Hitting the angel's wings, and again him doing the Sister Abigail that made me want to cry. Like again, I loved him in the Rumble. I loved the Elimination Chamber. Don't know. The heel turn itself when it happened was great. The promo on that poor little Brussels kid, but like that shit Mania match and fuck Travis Scott and all that. And then when he had that match with Cody back again at SummerSlam, and I just did like the Punk match, and R-Truth is R-Truth, and Randy was Randy. But like I feel like when he had the SummerSlam match, loved that, and the rest of his run, I loved. And I think I don't know, maybe this is me. I feel like it should have just been more of the. I give them kudos for trying something, but I think we kind of just needed that nostalgia run. I think there's people like, I feel like he was rival. Like the Miz sort of maybe had something. I was like. People wanted him to have that match with Joe Hendry, and that's why he got the little thing with him at Saturday Night's Main Event. Like, I don't know. I'm rambling. Someone else wants to ramble.
Who's next? Also. Joho, you talked about how you hated John Cena's final run and the opponents, so...
Mrs. Joho looks like she's got something to say, so I'm going to let this one go for a hot second.
Do it. Say it.
I hated it. hated it with bloody passion. I was part of the chain gang. I was a chain gang soldier back in the day. I loved Cena back in the day. Him coming out and being like, "Oh, I got 3 months left. Oh, there's 19 days." Like, shut up. Just go. Just get out, please. I don't need a flipping countdown. I have a flipping countdown going because I wanted you to get out. I'm done. I was so done with him. And then him tapping, the way he tapped at a Saturday night main event bothers the hell out of me. I know so many people are like, "No, it's great at work." I'm like, no. Him looking at the camera and smiling and just, no, done. Sorry.
I'm going to disagree with Mrs. Joho, only to the point of that very last match, which I mentioned earlier tonight. That stupid smirk and that tap, and then I saw, what was it, Matt Hardy on Instagram going, "Wow, that was John finally realizing that he doesn't have to put up the battle anymore." Then why was the battle to begin with? Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
You're making the baby upset.
I know, I'm so sorry. But yeah, then it was like at that point, like, then what was it all for? Like, if you're not going to fight until the very, very end, then what was it all for?
Why would you be saying don't give up, never surrender for how many flipping years to only give up?
Yeah. Only give up when it's retired.
When and the way you did it. If it was him struggling and he knew he couldn't do it anymore and he was just like, "Damn it," and tap, that's one thing. The smirk, that smirk was like a smack in the face to fans. I'm sorry.
And here's the devil's advocate side to that. Because for the last 15, 20 years, we all chanted Super Cena. And the devil's advocate side to that is, that was him saying, "Screw you, I can tap whenever I want to. I don't have to be that Super Cena." So did he go out trolling, or did he just say, "Oh, it's retirement"? I hated that whole final match. It never should have been Gunther. It never should have been the tap. And that stupid, you almost ruined the whole thing. Are you okay over there?
You're upsetting. He's the Gooter fan. He loves it.
Oh.
Well,
He said tapping out isn't giving up.
well, I'm sorry, Jackson. You're adorable, but you're wrong.
He's like, "I will gob on you."
He's been asleep for 3/4 of the show already.
Yeah, and now you're making fun of Gooter. He doesn't like it.
The look I'm getting right now. The look. I'm sorry. No. You can just.
He's a huge fan. There was the
I have to go over to full screen on Jackson.
Ow, Nick, now you're stepping on me?
Now you're starting.
I don't
Oh.
Jackson might be a heel.
He's my favorite heel.
He's a heel when I try to go to bed. Or it's 4 a.m. and he wants a blanket.
But, Steven, put a wrap on John Cena for us.
Well, I disagree with both the Johos, and I don't have to drive home in the car with them later. I think there is going to be, I don't know what, but I think there's going to be a storyline reason why the tap out played out the way it did. I mean, remember, number one, Cena is still a contracted employee of WWE, just not as an in-ring talent. So we're going to be seeing him from time to time. Probably, I don't think this is going out on a limb, most likely in March and April for Hall of Fame. You all right there, buddy?
You good?
Jackson's just being.
He
See,
fell
this
in
is
the-
what happens when you lie.
He fell in
And I'm the one who finished a bottle of wine.
His legs don't work anymore.
Jackson has a message for all.
I don't need to change a thing. I am perfect just the way I am.
You are, Jackson. Yes, you are.
Or as Jackson would put it, woof.
Did you watch the Cody Cena interview?
I saw that clip, and I don't buy that reason for a bit. I think that's the
For
I think that's-
which part?
the part of
It's like a 2-hour conversation.
he's finally settling in about death or whatever the hell it was. Something like
Yeah, I
pretty much the end is here. Like, nah, that's not it. I think most of this storyline, at least the parts that didn't, that didn't involve Dwayne, I have a feeling they pretty much gave him carte blanche. Like he still had to get everything approved, but most of it they just like, all right, sure. His opponents, his promos, his storylines, such as they were, short as they were, the whole thing. And I think there is a storyline reason that we're going to see come March or April that tap out, that the specific way that tap out happened came to be.
Because he kind of said he was just like, I'm like sort of like I'm like letting this go. I'm done with this. Like I'm just I said to one other show, it's like he's like that curler person that just go. And I feel like he's so at peace with, and maybe I'm reading too much into that conversation, but I feel like he's
I can believe that John Cena, the performer, may have felt that, but John Cena, the on TV character, no, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it yet.
So you're saying somewhere in like the next, season of Unreal, we're gonna find out in the writers' room what was actually going on.
No, well, I don't.
I don't remember to find real.
No, I think that there's going to be something written. It's like, well, do you know where he's gonna get involved in whatever Gunther's business is gonna be during Mania? Do you know why I was smiling? And then whatever it is they wrote. I think Cena's already got it in mind and presented it to it, and especially with the way that WWE, and this I like, is referring back to doing Easter eggs. Like Liv referring back to, and this is one that was more close together, but Liv referring back to Cena's heel turn, or other moments going back even longer than that, or going back even years. Where you had completely forgotten about it because you thought maybe it was a throwaway moment, and then you look at it and you go, oh yeah. It's rewarding the viewer paying attention and having a good long memory. And I think that's what's going to play out here. Now, what exactly that reason is going to be, I don't know. But it's gonna play itself out when we get to springtime. Somehow.
Well said, Stephen.
Yeah.
All right, gang. Do you want to take a quick 50? I know Nikki.
It needs 30 seconds.
Well, let's see what kind of.
Well, put on Jim Cordeiro so I can take a.
All right, Uncle. Well, no, let's do Uncle Fred.
Go, Uncle Fred.
This is WWE Hall of Famer Fred Ottman, and you're watching Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour. Yeah.
All right, guys. So, what are y'all thinking? So we can start. Let's throw it up there. So we have a bunch of different topics. A couple are combined. We have 4 combined.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
It was like Fred Ottman, the apparition in one of the windows.
Yeah.
One of the frames above us.
So like,
He was visiting us like he was Obi-Wan.
Gotta love it. Hey, listen, live. This is what live is all about. So, all right. So we'll go with the. Well, I guess this is a good way to start because we did go over the last 12 months of moments. So let's start with a moment of the year. What is your? Do you have a moment of the year?
so moment of the year, it has to be the thing that changed everything. The shock heard around the world, right? and I feel like there's only two contenders for that, and it's either John's heel turn, or it's Paul's turn on Roman and Punk.
Yeah.
Like to me, those are the only two moments that for a moment of the year you have to. It's got to be the oh my god moment, and it's one of those two.
It couldn't. Okay.
And I think 20 years in the making, it might be John's heel turn, but anything Paul does is just perfect.
But what about the Vision's heel turn on Seth? Oh my god! I
Yeah,
forgot
that's
what
another-
to do. Or
No, it was on Raw.
that was on Raw.
I think it might have been on Raw after like something. Survivor.
No, wasn't that
No, not Survivor.
SummerSlam?
No, it was because he won the belt at SummerSlam. Gosh,
But
was it like WrestlePalooza? No, it was. Yeah, it might have been WrestlePalooza, right? Because Steven, didn't he hurt his shoulder at WrestlePalooza? He did the jump. Oh no, not WrestlePalooza. What? Crown Jewel. It was Crown Jewel
Well, Crown Jewel
that he hurt his shoulder at.
Crown Jewel was November, wasn't it? Not November. No, Crown Jewel last year was November. I'm getting my dates mixed up.
It was over the summer.
Yeah, it wasn't
I feel
recent,
like it was August.
but yeah,
I'm thinking it was the beginning of November, and then Survivor Series was the end.
It was Saturday, October 11th.
Wow.
okay.
Yeah, because that was when they had the two. They had Crown Jewel, and like 2 weeks later, it was like WrestlePalooza.
What's
Yeah.
the difference?
Okay.
Oh wait, wasn't WrestlePalooza in September?
No, October 11th. So.
Or vice versa, whatever. Like they were like within like 2 weeks of
So
each other. It was like crazy. I was like, oh, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Because WrestlePalooza came about because they had the AEW pay-per-view. I can't remember which one now.
Yeah.
That they were trying to compete with, and they were trying to box it out, and then that's why they did the Goldberg-Gunther match.
Ugh. But no, I think Vision turning on Seth is a massive shift in history because of the fact that from there, Braun Breaker really started to take off, in my opinion. And now we got him going against Seth. Oh my God, CM Punk on Monday. So
But
So at least it's got Braun Breaker, the Vision, turning on Seth Rollins. Joho, who you picking? Which of the two that you mentioned?
that's a tough one, but I feel like it's 20 years in the making and it's low hanging fruit, but it has to be the John Cena heel turn because it's 2 decades in the making.
I agree with you on that. By the way.
So the heel turn on Seth and the Vision, that I feel like it should have been a 2026 moment only because Seth got injured. So that was coming no matter what. And that's you kind of saw that coming, that was predictable. But it happened sooner than expected because of Seth's injury.
Yeah, fair point. Yeah, I agree with you on the Cena thing. I think that's my moment of the year because it was so unexpected. It created so much of a backlash of fan reaction.
Yeah,
whether
like
he liked it or
the
he
world talked about that. It wasn't just like wrestling fans talked about it. The world talked about it.
No, I agree. Steven, you got something different?
I have nothing different. I don't see how it can't be the Cena heel turn. Taking everything into account, I mean, if you're having a moment that even mainstream sports television and mainstream entertainment media picks up because he's well known as an actor now, then that's got to be the moment. I can't think of any other moment where it is. The thing where the Vision turned on Seth, I mean, that is yet to play out.
agreed.
And probably won't for a few more months. Maybe not till after Mania. I mean, we'll see. But not a bad moment. We're still kind of waiting, waiting for an explanation on that one. It just happened. But yeah, I would have to go with the Cena heel turn.
Nikki?
Or you?
And if I had to pick one for AEW though, I would go with Mercedes. This is gonna sound like I'm being funny, but with Mercedes finally losing a match, because I guess Tony finally
True.
met her terms to take a loss. But that is playing. That's still kind of playing itself out today down the line. That set these other events into motion for her.
Nikki, round us out.
Mine are very different. You know me, I go with my heart, not what the other people say. AEW though, I put Hangman winning the belt for Mox, freeing the belt for the suitcase because it was in the briefcase for so long.
You have to pick one for WWE. Combine.
Oh, I picked one for both. I have everything for both. So, but then I quickly, because to go back to our WWE people, I'll just focus on WWE then.
Well, no. If you had to pick a WWE or you have 2 moments for each company, but pick one of the 2 that you like the most.
Well, that's not thing. Well, then my WWE one was Naomi winning the belt. That's what I put for both. I was like, hey,
consider a moment like that. You could say that like no one mentioned like that Seth Rollins cash in could be a moment of the year, like because to your point, Lisa, like the vision doesn't have like that's a very key part in that whole storyline, right? And like where everything's going with the world title. So it's impacted the last 5 months of creative in a lot of ways. Like him winning the Money in the Bank, which the Vision was forming at that point in time. During Heyman winning Money in the Bank, that's 6 months right there, like 6-8 months of the year.
I guess I went off of what made me pop more. And, like, I feel like Naomi, again, Rhea and Io put on a clinic, and then her coming in and kind of, like, undercutting it and swooping in, but, like, because everyone thought it was going to be Tiffany, Jade, she was going to SmackDown. And then her coming in and swooping in on Raw, loved it. I feel like Hangman was a culmination of, he's your valiant babyface, I'm going to stand for AEW, bring the briefcase. But I will yield my minutes if I'm only supposed to pick one. But I said I literally have 2 for every topic, so you tell me what I'm supposed to say.
I never tell you what you're supposed to say.
Because again, I'm
Not out loud, anyway.
You'll lose again.
all the boats, all the ships. I want to give love to both companies. So that I want there to be options. I want wrestlers to be able to wrestle other places, and I want to support all the things. Men, women, AEW, WWE, NXT, TNA, New Japan, all the things, all the boats, all the ships.
All right, combined. Next one is combined. Let's see. Let's go faction of the year.
Okay.
Nikki?
I'm gonna honestly, I think I have a stronger case for my AEW one, even though I don't like them. It's the Callis family. They're on every show. They're on Dynamite. They're on Collision. There are 40,000 segments in. There's so many of them. But again, with Fletcher being a champion, Takeshita being a double champion, not a double champion, but a champion, Okada being a champion, like having champions in that stable and the reach that Don Callis has, even though like I can't stand him talking, I hate his music, but faction wise, like his dominance.
No,
He completely dominates. Oh my gosh.
You're obsessed.
You
with it so much.
see what I'm sorry.
Nothing to do with
So
it.
upset. that-
I know you don't like that.
He's so sick of the Calvin, he can't take it.
It's the time when Wade Barrett sneaks on commentary to Michael Cole. He's like, what? He's like, there's a cough button. He's like, it's not working. But if I'm only choosing one, I'm going Cal's family.
To me, I just think again maybe it's a little biased, but like storylines just seem to always revolve around Judgment Day.
That's my WWE.
So like it's just whether it's Dom Mysterio, Liv Morgan, Finn Balor, JD, like they just keep bleeding. It's a faction that doesn't seem to die, but always seems to evolve and find ways to like they run Raw. That's kind of how I feel it. Lisa, what is your faction of the year?
I agree with you, Nick. I mean, so I can't say anything about SmackDown because we don't really watch SmackDown. We watch Raw. We got Netflix, so we watch Raw. I catch up on SmackDown on Instagram, so I can't say, oh, it's the oh my God, what's the Solos faction?
Bloodline.
We're
the
new
NXT.
Bloodline.
NXT.
Yeah. So I can't like really say anything about SmackDown, but definitely on Raw, Judgment Day is just running. Like I honestly thought that when Liv was gone, that they were gonna fall apart, and they've been standing strong.
Like so then when Rhea left
Yeah.
and Priest left, first your boy Edge stayed, and then when Priest and Rhea left, still stayed. Liv was gone, still stayed. They're
They're
not gonna die.
They'll never end.
Yeah.
Yes, to go on.
on, my friend.
Joho, say
It's
He loves that
yeah.
song.
We only have Amazon Prime. We have Netflix. We don't watch anything else. But it's what faction creates the biggest stars? What faction elevates their members to the next level? You can certainly make a case for the Judgment Day. Dirty Dom is as hot as they come. What that kid has done has been absolutely phenomenal. With that said, it again low-hanging fruit, and I will continue to go to it. It's the Vision
I was gonna say Vision too.
because
He's gonna move he's
Wait,
gonna
you
move
said
his butt.
it's
He wants to circle.
it's just what Braun Breaker has become. And we mentioned it earlier. Yeah, the turn on Seth was sooner than expected, but that makes Braun's turn and what he has done, I feel like, a little more impressive because he may have thought he was going to have more time to learn and get to the point that he needed to be at, and that he didn't. So, my faction of the year is the Vision,
Fair enough.
obviously.
Yeah, I wasn't really thrilled with any of the factions. I mean, the Judgment Day used to be this threat, and they were spending a good amount of time in comedy matches. If I have to pick anybody, I guess I would go with the Vision. The former Seth Riders. I guess you could make an argument for the Death Riders, but I already know what reaction that would get. So, just the Vision is the faction that's leading at the top of the show right now.
Okay. So it seems like consensus is Vision. Interesting. Faction of the year. All right. Vision or Judgment Day, but Vision.
Hey, that's right. I remember. I could still call them the Paw Patrol, though.
Fair enough.
That's funnier.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to. All right. Still combined.
Two answers.
Just one.
Didn't we have? Wasn't somebody submitting in the chat?
Yeah, Temple.
Oh yeah, there was. Yeah, Temple. Yeah, Temple's got a lot of stuff in the chat, so we'll get to it.
And we haven't done anything he put. We haven't talked about yet because he has Wrestler of the Year,
Oh, all right.
Pay-per-view
Yeah.
of the Year, Female of the Year, Match of the Year, Promotion of the Year.
We don't do.
We haven't talked about those yet.
So we're gonna start female breakout wrestler.
Breakout's only one.
Just one.
Okay.
One lady. You gotta pick one.
All right. Well, I'm gonna.
AEW or WWE. So I threw up a couple faces here. We got Thekla, Willow Nightingale. That's left to right. Roxanne Perez, Stephanie McCare, Maxine Dupree, newly crowned Women's Intercontinental Champion. We got Sky Blue in there, Lyra. first ever women's Intercontinental champion in there. So a couple names, but just some stuff out there. But who is your women's female breakout wrestler of the year?
Where are you starting? With me?
Yeah, I've been starting. Well, let's reverse it. Steven.
Stop.
Well, okay. For one, I don't see Harley Cameron on here, and her puppet. Got to pet the puppet. Come on, that puppet carries brass knuckles.
As one should.
It's close. Lyra's kind of trailed off a little lately. I would have to go with Stephanie. Stephanie's just kind of ridden the rocket since she got here and all year. Maxine, between Maxine and Harley Cameron for most improved, which I know is not the same thing necessarily. Willow certainly seems to have increased her standing quite a bit, but I have to go with Stephanie.
Steven, I agree with you there. So that's my pick is Stephanie McCare. I mean, no one got a bigger push than her coming in, and like to the point where like she's like they're putting her in there with like Raquel Rodriguez is not bad, but like she's not great either. And I think she's elevating people.
Yeah.
That she's with, like in her matches, and for someone to come on to the main roster and be like to take to it that much, like that La Primera, like that whole gimmick is basically because right, like her thing is like everyone gets made by having a match with her, right? Like so, like so I love that. Yeah, I agree with you there.
And we know Booker likes her.
Yeah. Well,
Gross.
so you know what he says.
Yeah.
I'm a nice man.
Look, I was on Team Lyra earlier this year, still am. She's great. AJ Lee and CM Punk's, pseudo daughter over there, Roxanne Perez. She has been absolutely phenomenal this year. Steven made a great point. Breakout Wrestler of the Year and Most Improved Wrestler of the Year are not the same thing, but Maxine has taken it to a whole nother level. So well done, Natty, for helping her, and for Maxine for you clearly put in the work, sweetheart. Well done. But 42 televised wins in 2025. No one else comes close. Not LA Knight.
No.
Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you.
Put the fucking shovel down.
love stirring that pot with him. It's so much fun.
Put the shovel down or it's going somewhere else.
We've talked about like that. Do I need to do it?
No.
I don't need to do it.
But
Put it away.
like I said, 42 televised wins throughout 2025 is the most that any wrestler has. Female breakout of the year is Stephanie McCare. And super talented, and she's easy on the honors too.
Lisa, after your husband just
Like I said before, I don't have to drive home.
you can say
War games. War games.
Thanks, Mr. Regal. No, I agree with everybody. Stephanie McCare. She came in and has just been an absolute tornado, going through the women's division on Raw and literally taking it by storm. Winning the women's championship, winning Crown Jewel. Yeah, there's nobody else in my opinion that deserves the breakout star more than her. Roxanne, I'm so happy for her. I'm glad she came in. And I feel like she had something going, and now it's kind of sputtered out joining Judgment Day, unfortunately.
fair enough. Nikki, round us out. What do you think?
I'm only allowed to choose one. So I know there's a difference between like Most Improved and Breakout, but for me, Breakout is still Harley Cameron. I think the match of her and Mercedes in Australia when everyone was begging her to win that belt, again, the leaps and bounds that when she first came in, she was like Saraya Page's like lackey, and for her to I just feel like she put in such the work, and it's one of those talents, one of those women that Tony actually allowed time, and just seeing her like flourish and being able to do like the ventriloquist stuff. She's like an opera singer. She can do so much. And then for her to like her and Willow to like kind of take these belts in like a positive direction, which I'm hoping. I hope he doesn't fuck up these tag titles. But I think Harley Cameron, again, I will be the one to give AEW a little love in all this, but I think she was on Saraya Page's podcast and saying how much she loves this and works at it and wants this. And I think someone that's so dedicated to this kind of deserves, not that they all deserve it. I agree with Stephanie. My WWE person was Roxanne. But just giving a little love to Harley.
All right. Harley Cameron. Something different. All right, Mickey, we'll stick with you.
Okay.
Going to the mail.
My
Or
man.
both. You got to pick one
Okay.
mail. I had the names here. I threw in JD McDonough.
Oh.
He won the
Okay,
tag
so
title his first championship this year. We got Kyle Fletcher, who had a breakout run as TNT champion. Brody King won the tag team titles with Brodito in AEW. Ilya Dragunov just recently won it. The Intercontinental or U.S. title, excuse me. Dom Mysterio we put in here, winning the first Intercontinental title. Daniel Garcia and Mark Briscoe, just to name a few.
So
but
I love every man that's on the screen right now, but if I will give a little love to AEW, Kyle fucking Fletcher, and Breakout Star had like
Proto Star.
the Proto Star. I think he's so good, and I rewatched when it was the Double or Nothing pay-per-view, and when Adam Cole said he couldn't do it anymore, and they had a fatal four-way, and we're like, it still should be Fletcher, and he didn't win, but looked so great in the match, and then the next pay-per-view, him and Hangman had this most incredible match. I was like, oh, this is his coming out party. He's a main event star. He's gonna be world champion someday, and I think he's like your sweet little baby pickle. Again, he's a heel, but I'm still calling him my sweet baby pickle. That he's just like, again, maybe I can for WWE, he's their Braun Breaker. That he's like this heel, but he's so talented, and I think
he's like a young Randy Orton. A lot of it.
For between Kyle and Breaker, I think Kyle's a little better on the mic. I think Breaker's a little more like in your face.
Kyle's a better wrestler. Kyle's like a better.
He's
more like an AJ Styles.
If you want to go more technical, and Braun Breaker's more of your bruiser weight. So again, whatever your flavor that you want. But I think he's such on the cusp, but he will be. I would say at least maybe end of 2026, maybe 2027. I think he's like you're on the cusp. Like he already in there like won the IC belts. I think he's so good.
And I agree. And that's my pick, Kyle Fletcher.
I think this was his year. Again, the match between him and Hangman for the Owen was so fucking beautiful. But
move on.
I'll move on.
You all
That's my
probably
one little
have
love
more
too.
but
Again, I think.
who is your all W or AEW breakout male of the year? We'll start Joho in the middle. Wake up.
I'm here. I'm trying to figure out how to word this to aggravate everybody.
Too late.
Just talk.
My wife, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah,
My wife.
so
Well, look at this, prima donna!
why do I keep watching WWE and couldn't care less about AEW? First off, AEW was continuing to lose ratings.
Go and fuck yourself!
Sorry, I'm just trolling, John.
I know, and that's okay. I won't lose sleep.
Clearly you don't.
The breakout star of the year has to be at the level that the the world knows who he is, and for whatever his character is, just appreciates what he's doing. And no one has had the ride that Dom Mysterio has. Haven't seen Kyle Fletcher. It sounds like he's done a phenomenal job. Unfortunately, he's with a shit promotion. I would love to see him in the big leagues, as it were. And I don't see Braun Breaker on that list, but then again, that's okay. No one out of what those...
Because Breaker's on another list. I mean, this list could be...
It could be huge. I get that. It could be, you don't have the room. I get it. But out of those 7 guys, I see one guy with a belt. I see one guy who's, had the year that Dom Mysterio has had. So my male breakout wrestler of the year is, in fact, Dirty Dom.
Every person that you have on this has had a belt in 2025.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But they haven't had it nearly as long as Dom has. Have they?
Let me go back.
I don't.
Fletcher had the belt a while.
No, Fletcher had the belt. Are they almost even?
I'm just going by what was on the screen. I'm sorry. Like I said.
No, I get
Briscoe just won it. Brody, no.
Briscoe, no.
Fletcher was pretty close.
But I think Fletcher's again. I think Fletcher
I
and
could
Dom
see
are the
Dom's
same.
2025 run shadows every single one of them.
But to me, I love what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But for Breakout, I don't think it's. I don't know. But
He had
he's
it for
been
114 days.
okay. Jackson, relax.
He's going after the rabbit. Leave him alone.
But also, I feel like
I think it's prom night for your dog.
Jake, settle down. Steven.
it's more of a Dom Breakout year of when he turns and he joins
Right.
the Judgment Day and all that.
Oh, wait. Okay. So his first run, Dom's first run was actually 204.
Oh, yeah, he shouldn't have. Again,
So actually,
if he
his
should,
run was
So then
longer.
should Dom even be on this list?
No, you get no. Yeah, absolutely.
to me, it's not.
But
Breakout.
my
This
point
not
is, to your
Breakout.
point, his reign, Dom Green was longer by 1 week.
But I'm saying, like him breaking away from Dom, breaking away from Ray, turning heel, joining Mommy, doing Judgment Day. Is that more of a breakout than him just like having a great year?
So
Just to play devil's avocado.
this scenario, Fletcher and Dom simultaneous work, walk shoulder to shoulder in an airport. Who gets the most attention, Fletcher or Dom?
Oh.
Dom's more known because he's in a promotion that's more known. That's kind of a loaded question in the sense of
But
money.
Fletcher's also sort of hotter, but also sort of.
I don't know. I'm not trying to.
I missed him having hair though. I'm literally sad that he shaved his head. I don't know. Whole podcast has this undertone of sexualness to it.
Okay.
He knows.
I don't know. I think any person you have on this list, I think you can make a case that they've all had a great year.
Yeah.
To be honest.
So, Lisa, do you agree with your husband?
I do. I had to pick. My picks were either Dirty Dom or Braun Breaker. I didn't have seeing JD. I'm like,
I love JD.
I
I should have
love
loved
JD.
JD, and I love JD.
my heart goes out to him because I feel like
Punctured
he
lung.
didn't he begin the year with that nasty ass bump
Yeah.
into
He
the
punctured
table?
his rib went through his lung.
Yeah, like that's how his year started. His year is ending with another injury. Like, get him.
I would take a hand surgery over my rib through my lung.
True statement.
Take.
Well, I don't know. If you're Bianca Belair, you might not want to take that hand surgery.
Now
Be out
they'll
for
take
20
the hand
years.
surgery. They're not being able to breathe after a collapsed lung.
But yeah, Dirty Dom, I feel like has done an amazing job this year. He really has broken out from being under Ray's name and doing his own thing as Mysterio.
Mhm.
Like he's not Ray's son. He's Dirty Dom.
He's
Mysterio.
Dirty Dom.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Steven, AEW and WWE break the tie. Or just throw a wrench in the hole and just throw somebody else on it.
All right. Well, here comes some wrenches.
Here comes the money.
Okay. There's a couple of people on here I don't think should be on this list.
Your boy.
Yeah. Well, JD doesn't really do anything except he's there to take the pin in any Judgment Day matches that aren't Finn Balor solo matches. Ilya, much as I love him, he's only been back 3 months. If we were talking breakout wrestler from October on, then yeah, he'd probably be the choice. Dom, I feel, broke out last year.
Agreed.
So, he's already here. If I had to pick somebody from the picture, I would probably go with Kyle Fletcher. I think it was not.
Doesn't have to be from the picture, just to clarify.
Okay, then I've got a couple of answers. Not
Pick
from
one.
the picture. Okay. Well, one of them is technically they are WWE, not really, because this is somebody who is in another promotion that was supposed to be this big time heel and was for a little while, and from what I understand has become very, very popular down there, and it's El Grande Americano.
Mm.
What version? The original or the new?
Roll a dice. Let's pick one.
The new one. The new one.
Ludwig
We're
Kaiser.
gonna do
Ludwig
it.
I think both have
I
been.
love Ludwig.
I mean, if you like.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No. I was just because Lisa said as much as I love Chad in that Grande position, but Ludwig can cut a promo in Spanish with like a slightly German accent. I'm like, I'm here for this.
Yeah.
But Steven, please.
But
The floor is yours.
if I need to pick somebody from WWE or AEW who actually is with on one of the WWE or AEW rosters, my pick would be, including all this NXT time, would be Javon Evans.
Mm.
I think time in NXT, I don't think it has to be limited to main roster.
No, great.
That's very easy to shine. He's that much shine.
That's what it was a house show. He was fighting Gunter. And his thing is like 6'7", and he like flew, and then Gunter did the 6'7" back and like did the thing back. But like for him to be like in this match with AJ and then like a house show with Gunter, I think. I mean, shootouts to Ed. I don't think Ed's with us today. But he was the one that called out, like he was in whatever promotion that Ed was watching, and he's like, "Oh, he just signed NXT. Watch out for him." And like Javon has been like on a tear, and like
As much as Ed hates Darby Allin, he loves Javon Evans. That's probably
they're
fair.
very two different wrestlers, sweetheart.
No, but I'm just saying the way Ed appreciates
Okay.
the hatred that he has. Probably
And so he seems to have
the
caught
beginning of
on.
the end.
Yeah, he seems to have caught on really, really fast, and he's
He's a damn
well,
man.
he's had his official, unofficial main roster debut, but
He's
it looks like he'll be on SmackDown starting in the next couple of weeks, full time, and I think that's the guy.
yeah.
Steven, I'm gonna stick with you.
21. He's 21.
21. Unbelievable.
And he doesn't eat bread.
He doesn't eat bread. He probably should.
I don't know.
Steven, we're sticking with you because this next topic is definitely geared towards you. AEW Tag Team of the Year. I threw in the women's tag team. So Willow, the Babes of Wrath, Willow and Harley Cameron. We got FTR. Our WWE friends, Lisa Joho, might recognize them. Brodito, Bandito, and Brody King, who was just in our breakout males of the year candidates. Got the Young Bucks, maybe Anyone else
Yeah.
in this grouping?
For AEW Tag Team of the Year?
Yeah, I get it. It doesn't have to be. I just threw out a couple in this graphic, but not
No,
necessarily.
most of the tag team activity in AEW seems to have revolved around the Young Bucks, whether they were in the title picture or not. So I would have to go with the Bucks.
That's fair. Nikki, do you want
Brodito. I am sad that they lost the belt. They should have kept the belt. Again, the David Goliath of the tag team, but they also both do flippy doos. Again, that ladder, it's a 4-way ladder match. But just like, again, if you're not FTR or the Young Bucks, your tag team kind of gets lost in the shuffle. And for Brodito to have that their little moment in the sun when like they do get to have the little comedy spots where like they dance, they do each other moves, but like Brody King will absolutely flip and destroy you, and then Bandito will just do a flip on top of you and be like, bye. I'm sad that the Brodito is no longer Brodito, but Brodito forever.
I agree with you, maybe. I don't agree.
Brodito forever. Because again, I don't think either promotion gives the love to tag teams as they should.
Yeah, I mean,
Either one it does. But I think Brodito is your standout of 2025.
Yeah, and like we're
And
both,
Brody King for fucking ever. Brody fucking King.
but we are separating both companies with this.
We are
predictive
never back.
And that's why, like, yeah, like you could argue FTR is a vocal point in a lot of storylines, but I don't love it. I like what Willow and Harley's done in the last month and a half, but not the.
They just became
longevity.
champions. Not.
Steven, I see your point with the Young Bucks, but yeah, to me, I really like the momentum that Brodito captured this year. And like if they were together a little bit longer, I think they could have done more with it. I thought they were investing more in the tag division when Jurassic Express came back, and like they were it's seemingly pushing towards that, and it was like, oh well, now Brodito can build themselves up more in the Guns when they get healthy and all that stuff. But yeah, to me, I thought they took the ball and ran with it, and they got over during this time. So to me, that was the AEW tag team of the year. Switching gears, we'll go over to WWE. Bring the full cast back in.
Because I have no opinion.
WWE Tag Team of the Year.
This is hard because
I threw up New Day. The Wyatt
Nope.
Six are the reigning tag champs.
Nope.
We got
Nope.
Usos just re-won the tag titles.
I hear that.
We got Street Profits.
Should be.
All right, Nikki, you're very vocal on this, so let me go first.
I really WWE doesn't give a shit about tag teams. Triple H does not give a shit about tag teams. Again, the 4-way ladder match that didn't get a spot on Mania, but got the slot on SmackDown was magnificent. Again, Tommaso Ciampa, my favorite of all time. Beautiful. They don't give a shit about tag teams. So if you want to talk about tag teams that actually got FaceTime on TV time and actually got on things, I'm going with Finn and JD, Judgment Day. Because that's clearly the only tag team they give shit about.
No, I mean, they give him a lot of time. My biggest contract, I think, Street Profits. Early in the year, like
When is the last time they were on my TV?
Yeah, no, they've been off for a while, but they captured a lot of momentum. They did a lot of stuff with the Wyatt Six. They've been like those matches where we talked about WrestleMania, like they should have been involved in WrestleMania and TLC. So like they've always even when they haven't had TV time, they found a way to at least impact the division more than anybody else. I mean, you could even argue, I guess, to that extent, maybe DIY could be considered because of the way even if they haven't won shit, but. To me, yeah, I have Street Profits as my tag
The
team.
SmackDown tag team division is so goddamn stacked talking, but they're not doing jack with them. Like you have the Guns, you have DIY, you have the Street Profits. You're doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. But
Now the
esteemed guests.
Who we go with? Lisa. Back to Lisa. You
I'm
don't have to pick anyone on this list again. Who speaks to you? Completely subjective, right?
I mean, the only tag team that's standing out for me right now is the current tag champions on Raw, AJ Styles and
They're
Dragon.
not.
They lost enough, babe.
On Monday.
I know, but they were fighting tag team for a little while. Unlike the New Day, who every time Adam Pearce would go up to them, you gotta put the titles on the line. Oh yeah, we'll do. And it's like,
New Day does not work.
I kind of agree. The tag division is not as exciting as it was when like Edge and Christian and Hardy Boys and Dudley Boys were around. It really is kind of a
20 years ago.
yeah.
They're getting us all.
Shut up. But yeah, it's a dud division right now.
So who do you want? You want to pick one or no? You're abstaining. You're putting the thumbs down.
I'm putting a thumbs down on
You're
it.
like, all right, I'll throw. Hated it.
I don't have an opinion when it comes to the tag division.
Fair enough. Joe.
Rhea and Io. Because the rest of that is shit.
Yeah, I have to.
That is just 100% trash.
Can I say one thing about the women's tag?
You could argue the Kabuki
that I
Warriors.
don't get.
I didn't even think about
Two.
it.
Had a good
I don't understand because it's between it was Alexa Charlotte and Rhea, Io, and I love you. So and they just play with each other's hair and they're just like, I love you so much. Like, oh my god, Joe, she's my best friend and I love you immensely. But I don't think we sit here and just like roping her. Don't understand this like underlining again. This is for all y'all, but this underlining like sexual tension of just like. Well, then one time the meeting of them is before.
Hold on. Demonstrate because we're.
No, I'm not rubbing. I love you.
There's never been two women on a wrestling show.
I think our internet would explode.
It might do it. Yeah. You won't.
No.
For the ratings.
But like they weirdly, like, do you know what? Weirdly,
Rhea and Io have always had that
Sexual life?
yeah, but do you remember
very
Mania
close relationship.
going into Mania? It was the whole thing that Rhea never beat Io, and then like Io walked out as champ. Then they went into Evolution. Rhea never beat Io, and then Naomi came in and cashed in, and now then they went into Kabuki Warrior stuff, and it's still like they never had a singles match that ended who can beat who. Like Rhea never beat Io.
I'm kind of hoping because that tag team I'm not 100% behind.
They're gonna win. They're gonna win.
They're either gonna win and it's gonna be they're gonna be an awesome champion tag team champions, or somebody's gonna turn heel. Whether Rhea turns on Io or Io turns on Rhea. And Io goes back to
I think it's actually going to be just the Bliss Charlotte storyline again rehashed on Raw.
But
I know exactly how it's going to be.
I think Rhea and Io are better. Because then you would put it. Rhea would be the Charlotte in the situation. I think Rhea is a better
Charlotte.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fair. So, all right. So Joe threw Rhea and Io in there. Steven, round us out for Tag Team of the Year.
How many people here have seen a movie from the late 80s called Brewster's Millions?
Nope.
So you know where I'm going with this.
I might go ahead.
Yes. Well, one of the whole thing, the whole premise of the movie was that Richard Pryor inherited, like I think, $30 million from a relative that he has to spend. No, I'm sorry. He inherits $1 million that he has to spend in 30 days with nothing left to show for it, And if he does that successfully, he gets $100 million.
Mhm.
I'm not certain about the figure, so don't the chat. Oh, it's this much, whatever.
The point's valid.
The point is valid. So one of the things he figured out to do was to run a political campaign, except he was told, well, you'll have the office at the end of it if you win. So he decided to run a campaign for none of the above. So with that in mind, the picture's gone.
Wait a minute. You're ready?
Oh, my dramatic turn.
I was very enthralled by your story.
Okay. Wasted opportunity after nuclear heat at the end of last year. Cover band. Only been together again for a month. And where the hell did they go?
Yeah.
None of the above. If I had to pick somebody, and I'm gonna anyway, I'll pick Charlotte and Alexa because
Yeah.
they actually made the audiences cheer for Charlotte in a genuine way. She's not a monster face, but she's actually sympathetic to the audience.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think part of that is her going out and telling the story of what she's been through the last couple of years outside of the ring, or as much of it as she's able to tell at this point.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, who wouldn't feel bad for her hearing all that? More power to her getting through that. But the teaming up with Alexa, it seemed random. It looks like it's worked out very well.
Yeah.
I'm going to be sorry to see them split whenever it is they eventually get to that. But advanced prediction for next year, we're going to be talking about the Lucha Brothers being tag team of the year for 26.
I hope you're flipping right, Steven. Still.
Can I tell you my
Give it
answer?
to me.
Yeah.
Okay, dead soon. I want my stuff now.
Oh my god.
All right, Steven. Well, Steven, don't sit back in your seat just yet. You're back up because we're going back to AEW.
I can still see the TV.
Female wrestler of the year. We got. I just threw out Harley Cameron. Just a couple names on here, but Harley Cameron, Athena, Chris Statlander, Mercedes Moné, Toni Storm, Willow Nightingale, and Harley and Willow both became the inaugural women's tag champions in AEW. Athena has been a long reigning Ring of Honor champion there. We have Chris Statlander finally getting over the hump this year. Mercedes Moné, 13 belts Moné, Ulta Moné Dragon, and Toni Storm, who's helped carry the AEW women's division for years and years. So, who is your Steven? AEW Female of the Year. Who's your Steven? Who is your Stevenette? Name your Stevenette.
You're Steven.
Tony is over to the point of she doesn't need to have a belt. And she's carried a division of how many lady wrestlers are in AEW now? 4,000 or 5,000 at this point. And it's all run through Tony this year, whether she's been champion or not. So I would say Toni Storm.
Steven's got Tony.
Tony
Are you
Storm.
agreeing with him?
I agree. I not to sort of cutting you off because you don't give a shit. Tony to me again, if you go back, we talked about the Hollywood ending. Like when she had her amnesia, she was coming back in her honestly her WWE character with the tape and the backwards hat. And when she came back, she's like, no, this has been me the whole time. And she's like, she is so consistent. Her promos are just there's no one that to me that carries AEW like Tony does.
That's fair. I mean, it's a fair point that how she has helped the division for the last multiple years. So I
And
think
even in the tournament that they did for the tag team belts, she was very much a part of that. And I said this, I don't necessarily love her and Mina. I don't necessarily love the Timeless Love Bombs, but again, I think her as a character, her as a linchpin, and Her and OC got a little something going on now, but she's your girl. If you pick any, I would put her up against men. Anyone that carries AEW, it's Tony.
It's fair. I mean, she's carried the division for a long time, but to me, I think this year was about Mercedes Moné, like, and how her rise this whole year and what she's now her downfall and what she's going to do to put over other people. Like, she's helped to some extent elevate Athena in AEW because they haven't done anything with her, so she's been around, right, in that storyline. So I think, for what it's worth, who knows what will happen with the reign, but Chris Statlander's reign has been elevated by beating Mercedes Moné in this run. And actually, she's going to be the one for the downfall. So, to me, I think this year, yeah, like I can't dismiss what Tony Storm did, but this year, I'm going Mercedes Moné.
I love you immensely, and I love disagreeing with you so much because she's 13 belts Moné, and all of her belts are not AEW. At this point, she has one AEW belt, and the TBS belt is just so they can break Jade's record. Everything she's done this year has been outside AEW. So she can't be your AEW. What? I love you, Benson. I love disagreeing with you.
I just think she
can be your AEW person.
It's mainstream ability. Disagree well you want.
A spike title run. That's great.
Sasha's never been the 4 horsewomen. Sasha's my least, and I don't like her on this.
All right.
So
you know what? Yeah, you say what you want. I'm done.
Huh?
We'll move on. We'll move on to the women of WWE, so that someone will agree with me.
I don't think we will. Am I going, or do you want Steven to go?
We'll stick with you because you're. So we'll snake it back around. Female Wrestler of the Year, we got Io Sky on there. We got Stephanie McCare. I elevator officer. AJ Lee. I threw in Becky Lynch. Rhea Ripley. Tiffany Stratton. Liv Morgan.
I'm going Io Sky. I think I think again the triple threat of them opening night 2 of WrestleMania. I think that is probably match of the year. I was worried because we talked about it leading up to it that like it was so much Bianca Rhea and they pie face her so much and they go to pie face her again. She fucking grabs her wrist and again I love a triple threat match that's not like 2 wrestle because one's outside the ring. They had such like liquid wrestling for them together, and I will never not pop for a Spanish fucking fly. And then Rhea came out on top, and I was like, oh, she seemed like such the kind of aftermath or whatever, and then to prove that she's the better wrestler. And again, like her and Rhea having that match at Evolution and her getting cashed on and like her going up against like Kabuki Warriors of her against Asuka, like you were my sensei, I was a senpai, whatever. Maybe I have that backwards. Senpai. But like her standing up to Asuka, and I just feel like she had such a, from January to now, I feel like she had such an arc and such more storylines than I would say anybody right now. So I'm going you.
See, fair enough. And kind of to your point, I'm going with Becky Lynch because I feel like she was involved in everything. Like whether it's the Vision, Maxine Dupree, even Maxine Dupree, like the last couple months, she's helped elevate her.
It's not even saying that; everyone's saying that.
Yeah, Lyra, right? Like Lyra's Intercontinental run got elevated because she was with Becky, right? And like even to the point where like when Seth got injured, like she had the interaction with the Vision or like Paul Heyman, and that elevated a little bit more what was going to go on. And I'm curious to see what ends up happening with that. So like. She's just captivating everything she does. Like, I was kind of divided to her and Rhea, like in terms of what keeps my interest this year. But like, yeah, everything she does, it's always must see, TV for me. Lisa, back to you.
I have a handful, to be very honest, because you got Stephanie up there who has done, again, such a great job. Breakout star, in my opinion, and definitely contender for Female Wrestler of the Year. Rhea is my girl. She's my mommy. I'll say it. I don't care. I love her dearly. She is my favorite, so definitely up there. I was thinking about Bailey as well, because of the stuff that she's been doing recently. The whole
Split personality thing.
yeah, the whole schizophrenia,
She needs
personality
Lyra to
thing.
slap her and she.
And now Lyra's
Fucks up.
like, oh, okay, I'll just take the slaps. Yeah, like there's actually a couple that I feel like have been doing a wonderful job this year and have really started to elevate the women's division has been really elevating for a while now. But those three are definitely top for me. They've been doing a great job and really helping the women's division. So
I can't pick. I'm sorry.
Unbelievable.
but
Joho, make a pick. Gun to your head.
Wow. My Jersey girl, really exhibiting the Jersey girl stereotype.
you know what?
Love you.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, you've got the two Jersey girls up there with Liv and AJ, and I don't feel like they haven't been back long enough and been on screen long enough to really be considered female wrestler of the year. Tiffy had a great run. Rhea's Rhea. I mean, Mami. Becky, Nick, your point is very, very valid. Stephanie Becaire she's fantastic. But EO has just been so consistent, and going back to that WrestleMania moment that Nikki pointed out, and then continuing on with the Kabuki Warriors and everything that she has done this year, female wrestler of the year is the genius of the sky, EO Sky.
Steal it. Say it.
Everybody else.
I have a tie. EO for in-ring excellence. And also for, in addition to EO, for giving back, Becky. Becky put over Lyra. Becky put over Maxine. Becky's put over a lot of people this year and made them look good. I mean, it's not just me saying it. So.
Steve
Sports
Hogan.
Illustrated. It's the Bleacher Report.
I'm saying it.
And she's managed through all that to stay at the top of the card.
Yeah.
You know, arguably their most popular female draw. What Culture, if I recall that video correctly, had her as the MVP of the whole promotion,
Oh.
male and female.
I haven't watched.
Yeah, how do you
typically don't watch What Culture.
Yeah, because how do you put over those up and coming stars without sinking yourself? And she hasn't done that. So for that reason, I put Becky in a tie with Io. And to respond about Bailey, isn't slapping somebody and having them go apeshit, isn't that the old Festus gimmick?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is. And it feels a little ick.
I mean, hey, whatever.
I don't know. I want something more for her. I don't know.
And she's leaving next year anyway, so
Yeah, I think.
she wants to go be with her best friend.
Isn't her
Which is
contract?
all cool.
Isn't her contract's the end of 2026 though?
Correct.
So I guess it would be early 27.
Yeah, I've said this before. I think
We're
she's-
saying 2026. I'm sorry. That
Yeah.
sounds really.
that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's literally in a couple hours.
Yeah. No.
1.5
It's
hours.
literally, in
Feels
91 minutes from now.
Yeah,
We
I
will.
think, I think she's already informed them of her intentions, and she's making the preparations on her way out the door, doing the whole time-honored thing, elevating who needs to be elevated. She started that wrestling with not sure what that was. Was that just like a training
I think,
convention?
like
that
it was
an
the
actual
convention.
school?
I don't think it's quite a school yet. I think she's dipping her toes to see if the
Okay.
convention worked out, so then she'd do it there.
I think she'd be great at that, but I think by this time next year we'll be talking about her teaming up with Mercedes. in the
Yeah.
store across the street. So
Well, Steven, you did it. You brought up the store across the street, so we're going to stick with the store across the street with you. Last two topics. Men's Wrestler of the Year, AEW. So I'm throwing up here just male Wrestler of the Year. We got Kazuchika Okada, Kyle Fletcher. I threw in there John Moxley, Dean Ambrose for WWE. Hangman, Adam Page with the belt. Will Ospreay, MJF, Samoa Joe. Anyone else? Steven, your AEW Male of the Year. Or male.
because he's been around most of the year, so it's close. But because he's been around most of the year and everything seems to have run through him, he headlined their largest show at a half-full baseball stadium. The Hangman, but close over MJF, because I certainly understand them giving the belt to MJF. He's getting more mainstream traction. Everybody saw him in the Happy Gilmore sequel. He just went and filmed another movie.
It's a search for 20.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think people are going to start to hey, that's that guy, which is what AEW can use at this point. But but Adam Page has been there all year. Most of the main storylines have run through him, so I go with Adam Page. But in all honesty, their real MVP once again, Sheldon Cooper.
Yep.
I don't even know if their lead-in is Big Bang Theory reruns anymore,
It's
but
still big.
it still
It's
is.
still big.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, imagine how the ratings would be if they didn't have Big Bang Theory as a lead-in to put that Q1 where it is.
That's a fair point. To me, like, you make a lot of valid points. Like, Hangman Page was involved in every storyline. So, like, how do you not put him up there? MJF is always intriguing with everything he does, but he wasn't around much for the year. And that's why, like, I didn't love everything he did, but he was involved in almost everything. And, like, John Moxley, to me, was involved in everything. Whether you love the Death Riders gimmicks or not, but he put Mox in everything. And, like, now Continental Classic, he's turning him face, it seems like. So we'll talk about more on Friday.
Yeah,
But-
yeah,
like, it seems like everything, and I know he's been involved in the backstage stuff and writing for a while, like, and helping out. Like, it just seems like, to me, a lot was built. Like, Mox dropped the belt to Hangman. He's been involved in a lot of the Continental Classic. The Death Riders are always an overarching storyline and everything going on in AEW. So how do you not make Moxley the vocal point, at least in this past year? I don't know. Nikki?
I am gonna go someone completely different. I alluded to it before. I'm going Mark Briscoe. I am going Mark Briscoe. I feel like for someone who can switch between that comedic, like, I'm a conglomeration, this is our word of the day, and he barks and whatever. And then for him to have that match between the tack and table match between, which I shit on immediately in the conception of it, but the actual match between him and MJF was so great, and apparently, like, MJF really wanted to put Mark over, and then for him to finally get the TNT belt of having those multi matches with MJF. I don't want to steal this, but I'm sort of looking at John here. One of the other wrestling podcasts I listened to equated Mark with Mick Foley, of this lovable family man that does the grossest death match. I will put myself through thumbtacks to feed my kids. He's got 9 fucking kids. 9. He just, God bless his wife, just had their 9th like 2 months ago.
God.
But like the death, and again, like his ROH stuff and him with his brother Jay, like, I think he's like sort of your lovable sort of loser that you want to see get his flowers, and he got that with the TNT belt this year. Of him beating Fletcher, like I don't know. I think I love Hangman, but he lost a belt, and like Moxley, ugh. I feel like Mark is that like feel good story of I lost my brother. I'm gonna be this solo star. I'm gonna crawl through hell and mud and barbed wire and bleed everywhere. But he's your kind of lovable, like, oh, he's a dad. He's a chicken farmer. Like you're sort of baby face.
Yeah, something
I'm
like
going. I'm going Mark. Mark Briscoe. Oh, I can't wear any of the shirts I have from them.
I feel like I know why you went for
Is your little chicken tender slut?
Farmer.
Excuse me.
All right, ladies and gents, last one of the night. Woo! Male Wrestler of the Year, WWE. Threw out Braun Breaker, Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Dom Mysterio. I threw him in here. John Cena,
Yeah,
John Cena, Gunther.
The running hell.
So we got. Let's start with the lady Lisa. We're going to you first.
I actually have an answer.
She's got an answer.
I'm going with Braun Breaker. I feel like from the beginning of the year to now, it's night and day. He has grown so much. Him joining up with Paul and with Seth have really helped him. I mean, he was already, in my opinion, an awesome talker on the mic, an awesome wrestler, 23-mile-per-hour freaking spear, Jesus. So he's definitely ready to be elevated, and I'm so excited and so happy for him for Monday. And the back and forth between him and Punk have been amazing. The one promo he cut, oh my God, right after Survivor Series, I think it was.
Yeah, it's about AJ and all that.
No, about going into the ring and thinking he was getting like 2012 Punk, and he got a soft ass
after Survivor.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
And then just
after that, he's just been cutting so well, and I feel like 2026 is going to be his year. I'm hoping. But there are two scenarios that are playing out in my head. Both of them are of him winning, but Seth coming back and either taking the belt from him and saying it's for the vision and it's for all of us, but I'm going to hold it type of thing. Or going back to Edge Judgment Day when they kicked Edge out, he comes back and attacks. So Seth comes back and attacks Braun Breaker and goes for the title. Not 100% sure, but those are my scenarios I'm seeing. But yeah, definitely Braun Breaker, male.
Joe, do you what?
I was to say rumors we were not gonna. If we're lucky, we'll see Seth at Mania.
So then maybe
I'm hoping.
90 or something like that. Yeah, like he's the next challenger. Like he shows up after Braun wins the belt.
Yeah. Okay.
Joe, do you agree with your wife?
No, he's going with Cena.
Lisa, I'm gonna click the button for you.
Go fuck yourself.
There was always 100% chance that I was going to finish this bottle of wine tonight. And 2/3 of the year, there was a 90% chance that it was always going to be Braun Breaker. So the answer will always be Braun Breaker.
Wow.
He's male wrestler of the year. That spear on speed at what? The Rumble.
Oh my God! Yes.
That had the world talking, and just what he's done. So yeah, he's wrestler of the year.
Fair enough. Steven, do you agree? Or are you keeping this train rolling with Braun Breaker, or are you going with somebody else?
I am not keeping the train running.
Of course you're not.
No.
Always got to derail it.
No. I mean, look, how can it not be Cena this year? Everything all year has been Cena-centric.
True.
It's all run through him. He's their male wrestler of the year. The whole year has been planned around him.
Steve,
He's
I agree with you. That Steven took the word that way. Like the whole year was around John Cena's last year. So like, how do you not make him the star of this year? And it's like who he put over and that whole storyline. So Steven, I agree.
And now it's maybe spinning off into a related storyline with Gunther next year.
Is that
I mean, look who they're shaping up Gunther to go against next, who's already said to retire next year. And look at all the people who are around whose contracts are going to be up. Maybe their wrestling careers are going to be up, like probably Jericho. I know that's not official, but wink, he's coming. And Lesnar at SummerSlam in Minnesota, and other people I can't think of right now.
AJ Styles.
Yeah, I mentioned it.
Oh, you did.
It was the first one.
No.
But yeah,
My only
Even
point
that's
to
much
that
killer.
is Gunther, in and of himself, is 38 years old. So how much more time does he have? Braun Breaker he's in his 20s, isn't he?
Hold on. We're talking about Chris Jericho coming back at like 55, and we're wondering about Braun Breaker at 38.
Gunther's 38.
Or Gunther, sorry.
no? I guess no. Gunther's the same as you, so he is 38. But again,
Yes.
if Jericho's gone this long, or LA Knight's 43.
Yeah.
The prime. So this is. So I want to break down.
Breaker's got the world in front
So
of him.
wait, I agree with you because he's young. But here's the thing: the prime of a professional. It's not like again. I know it's sports entertainment, but like, and everyone has their shelf life. But it's not the same as like watching the NFL or Major League Baseball or professional sports in the sense of like your shelf life. You can do a lot more. You can plan a match around your abilities versus playing a professional sport where you only have so many limitations. So the prime of your career in WWE or in professional wrestling, I don't think is necessarily the same age as it would be in normal professional sport because of the way that it's a lot of it is it's performance and it's athletic ability, and you can find a way to make it match depending on your ability, regardless. Right? How many people don't have that? Like Hulk Hogan was a terrible fucking wrestler, but people watched his matches because they entertained him. They entertained themselves. So like you can craft matches around your abilities. So I think the fact that like the age thing, I think the prime, I guess going back to Joe's point, like the prime of someone's career isn't necessarily the equivalent of like a regular sport. Like, I think it might be later because of the fact that it's like similarly we talked about. It's like being a musician. Like they don't necessarily learn it. Like this is gonna be the worst example, but Brianna, good for you. Taylor Swift is not the same musician at 28 as she is at 35. She's written more songs. She's performed more times. She's better at what she does. And yeah, she might not have the vocal range that she did at 28, but she's going to play the songs that she knows are better hits for the crowd at 35. And that's where I think your prime differs in this arena. If that makes sense.
But I think what Stephen was going with is Gunther is the next quote unquote legend killer, like freaking Randy Orton was. He's gonna every person that retires, they're gonna be retiring through freaking Gunther. Which
We
I
very
don't
much
know.
because I'm here for that.
Yeah,
I'm
like-
so here for that.
Who wanted Randy Orton to retire everyone? I'm pretty sure no one really. I thought Randy Orton was garbage. He did a cross body for the first 2 years, and then he gave the RKO. It's like someone gave you DDP's cutter, and you and then they eventually the legend killer gimmick was given to him. But like you have to have the certain person that's going to do it. Like Randy Orton, I think his lineage helped him get that gimmick.
Yeah. I had the conversation. The girl that does my nails, love her to death. She just started watching wrestling in January when on Netflix. Her boyfriend liked it previous, and they both started watching it again.
Yeah.
And I was on Netflix, and she was like, "What the fuck with John Cena?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm so different." And I was like, maybe I'm a little too close to him because of like the time honored tradition. Like you go out on your back, this is what you do. And she's like, "Oh, I have no idea that that's sort of what." She's like, "I just thought John Cena would win," and I was upset that he didn't. And I was like, "Oh, I'm an old fucking fart," and I was like, "This is." The tradition, and I'm more kayfabe or not kayfabe, or I'm how my brain works when we do this. When she was like, "Why would he win?" Everyone loved him, and I was like, "Well, girl," and explaining carnyism and kayfabe to my person that paints my nails has been a weird year because when I always do my nails for Mania. It's like the Randy Savage the stuff, and I was like, I kind of alluded to her like wrestling. So when it came on that, I know she's like, no, she was like, I know you, like, and I feel like I'm like the one girl she gets to talk to wrestling about. So I love that, but it's just like I don't know how you feel about. I was barely like you're going out on your back, you put the next person over, and should have been good or whatever. I personally like it, but. Taste their own.
But yeah, so very differing opinions, but ladies and
I
gents.
can't believe it's 10 to 11.
I know we made a night, a happy hour turned into an evening. This is how the bar turns out usually. You come for one drink and you stay for a slew of drinks. But
oops.
All right, ladies and gents, before we get out of here, I'll give everyone last shots is going to be Wrestling Hopes 2026.
Steven.
What do you want to see? Steven! You start. You get one hope for 2026. What do you want to see?
One hope for 2026, huh? Oh, gosh. I don't remember this being brought up in the production meeting.
It wasn't.
Well, baby.
We're on the spot, huh?
Welcome to my life.
Okay. My one hope is, all right, it kind of two. One, that TKO realizes that, they kind of come back to the center regarding the ticket prices. That maybe the house shows that they run. I know they really haven't stopped running house shows, but obviously they're a lot less, and they've been running them this week. That they get the idea and understand that this is more for families than their other venture, UFC, and to just try and regress more to the mean on the ticket prices. I mean, we kind of went through that a little bit with The Price is Right last time. So it's just insane. And I get it. You're a money-making machine. You want to make more money. I think eventually, you leave the prices that high for too long, people are going to drop off. People are going to start to drop off, and you'll have arenas that are not full. Still a long way to go to match what AEW's been drawing. That's a long way down at this point between the two, but still. And the other hope is that SmackDown going to 3 hours. Obviously, they're going to call people up to fill out the roster so they can fill out a 3-hour show. That's great. And I hope. I thought of the third one. I didn't have any, and now I have 3. Is that they invest some money in the writing staff to be able to. Because I personally don't care if the show is 3 hours, as long as it's a compelling watch for that whole 3 hours. I don't remember that many people complaining about Raw being 3 hours because we were engaged the whole time. I think that's the problem with SmackDown. Just improve the quality of the writing staff. And the third one is I hope that TNA uses some of this newfound money that they're getting from the AMC TV deal, spread it out so they can improve their product. They're going to have a much larger audience. And I think there's that. I'm not predicting they're going to catch them, but I think they're going to have a much better chance if they spend it wisely enough of catching AEW for the number 2 spot.
Mm.
All right, I'm done. I can't think of anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Joho.
Please.
Steven hit all the right points. TKO and the ticket prices, he's absolutely right with everything he just said. As far as the writing staff is concerned, I will put it slightly more simply and simply say that I hope AEW and WWE Creative actually get creative.
Well done. Lisa?
So I don't have one, I have a couple. So kind of branching off and with the whole TKO thing, because I feel like before TKO came in, it really was Hunter's era. You were getting Hunter's writing, you were getting Hunter's story, and in my opinion, they were compelling. That the time before TKO came in and kind of took over, I feel like it was a good time after the whole Vince era. We got the Hunter era, and it was going well, and then it's kind of dropped off. But I would love to see Sol Ruka, is that how you say it, come in, because I was flabbergasted watching her on Saturday night main event. She's so good in the ring, and I got a feeling that once she does get to the main roster, if they use her well, that she'll have a great future and great career in the main roster. So hopefully come 2026 she'll finally make the move. And I was never a big Natty fan, but I would love for her to come back and to do the whole teacher against student and get a run at the IC title. Why not?
Fair enough. Fair points. Nikki?
I'm gonna be real generic about this. It's the end of the year, and as much as I loved our loves and our panel and 3 people who make me so happy, and I love them immensely. But does not trump how much I love you immensely and this podcast. And for 2026, I just want good wrestling.
Yeah.
I want us to support all the products, support men and women's wrestling. And I can't say enough because I know that I'm not emotional about this, but sitting at this bar with you, talking shit about wrestling is my favorite thing in the entire world. And I'm so excited to do this again with you in 2026. I'm sorry, I'm a little emotional, but I fucking love you. And that's what I'm looking forward to continue to turn this little spark of an idea to turn into 1,000 people and interviewing the crazy amount of people that we have this year. And I attribute that to you, my love. My director, my muse, my everything.
It'll be fun.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be a fun 2026 for everybody. We're going to do a bunch of different things, new game shows, a bunch of new stuff. Billy Pusher Parts coming. That'll be fun. Everyone got abreast of the situation. That'll be fun. Oh, good job. But yes. For me, I just want to hope for some shorter AEW pay-per-views. I mean, I can get through them all because the last ones were good. If they were like 2 matches shorter, it would have been phenomenal. So, just a little bit shorter would be great. But yeah, that's all I got. Real quick before we get out of here, Temple was in the chat earlier. Wrestler of the Year, Bandita. A lot of indie, Ring of Honor, AEW stuff related. Kyle Fletcher was Breakout Star of the Year, much like me and I think Nikki both agreed on.
Yeah, Fletcher, yeah.
Pay-per-view of the Year, which we didn't vote on. AEW Revolution, Female of the Year, Saya Kamitani, don't know much about her. You can probably New Japan stuff that Reese and his buddies all watch. Beauty of the Year, Saya, yep, Tanaka, yep. A lot of independent stuff, but great stuff, Temple. Great connecting with you. Thanks for coming in. Everybody, it's been a pleasure chatting with you all. We got, oh gosh, an hour and 5 minutes till the new year. Woo! Bring it in. Ball's gonna drop. It's gonna be a fun time. So until next time, bring it out. You do not have to go home.
But you can't stay here. Happy New Year.